football. KRLD-FM and HD1, Dallas-Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
An Odyssey sports station. Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Welcome in, DFW. Glad to have each and every one of you on board on this, dare I say, autumnish Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's kind of crisp out there.
I'll tell you what.
It's in the 70s.
I walked outside this morning. I had to do a double take. I said, did I get blasted into another dimension? I'm reading the big book. If you know, you know. Did I get blasted into the fourth dimension this morning? Because, my goodness, I walked outside on my way to the gym before we came to do the show this morning. And, my goodness.
It's crisp out there.
Man. Now,
it's
will it be sweltering by the time we get out of here?
Of course.
Of course it will be. Of course it will be. But,
we'll take it.
We will enjoy that little drive from Louisville to, and of course, from Waxahachie. If you know, you know. By the way, shout out to Waxahachie. What are they, the Indians?
Yes.
The Waxahachie Indians and the Louisville Fighting Farmer High School football team. It's that time of year where top 25 polls are starting to come out, boys and girls. Mm-hmm. It's that time of year where top 25 high school football polls are starting to come out. And again, it's high school football, so hell, the kid in his garage could be putting these out right now. But one stumbled across my timeline yesterday. It had DeSoto 1, Duncanville 2, North Shore 3, and then it had, I want to say, South Lake Carroll was 4 or 5, and then it had Waxahachie 11, and the Fighting Farmers at 25.
Interesting.
So
you haven't said anything about how about those schools in Denton? How about
Geyer? Geyer was 9 or 12 or something like that. But I'm just saying, as far as the ones that jumped off the page, because think about it, DeSoto, Duncanville, and Waxahachie are all in the same district.
Oh yeah.
Right? So, I mean, and of course, I got number love for my Louisville Fighting Farmers.
And let's not go down a couple of classes, because if you go down a couple of classes, then you got South Oak Cliff, you got Kimball, you got all those powers.
I'm trying to think where they had South Oak Cliff. I want to say they were in the top 10 as well. So, I mean, look, we all know what when high school football rolls around, the DFW represents. So, and again, the Mythical High School Football Show will be kicking up. North Crowley was 4.
Martin.
North Crowley was 4 after. And by the way,
off the top of your head, I'm all about, because are you still do the high school thing again?
I'm glad you teed me up for that, because the last weekend of the month is when the Mythical High School Football Show starts up again.
Look out!
And so myself, Steve Randall, and the Khaki Kevin Walker will be doing that this year as well. And whether you like it or not, Chris Arnold, you will be getting me for all the season, because last year I missed a bunch of shows because my son was, finishing up his senior year, so whatever.
Kansas.
But this year,
I got a question.
All Fred all the time, baby.
Now, we got a third Gavin at this station right now.
We do, Gavin 3.0.
Yeah, Gavin 3.0 worked for years at Dave Campbell's Texas football.
He knows.
The high school.
He knows the vibes.
In other words, seemed like y'all might want to get him into that show some kind of way.
Well, are you going to be doing high school football
Gavin's
as
over
well?
there right now.
Are you doing play-by-play? Well, done. It's a done deal. So you'll.
What do you say, Gavin?
And so you guys find out each week what your games are going to be, what teams are going to be covering, all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing a little bit, different stuff this year, some different companies and different broadcasts and stuff. But I was with Dave Campbell's for 10 years.
10 years.
Old ass, 10 years.
Oh, he started when he was a child.
Seriously, out the womb doing high school football coverage. Which,
by the way, 972 says, hey, y'all, DeSoto moved down to Class 5A. They dropped down a notch.
Oh, okay. Well, then that...
And see, Gavin knows this because that's all he does, man, Gavin.
That's right.
So I'm glad you and Gavin... I keep up with this all the time, too, but still, there are certain people in this building live and breathe and do the play-by-play and the shows every week. So, let's see, North Crowley and Duncanville and Waxahachie's district now.
Oh, so North Crowley. Okay, so North Crowley swapped out. Okay, so North Crowley swapped out.
We're looking at
Holy Toledo, man! All right, well, obviously I got to get teed up on my. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's
like I said. We got Gavin as a resource anytime during the show. He's over there with Trevor.
Holy mackerel! Well, I'll tell you what. And then what high school you representing there, Mr. Trap House Trevor?
Sachet.
You guys are Saxy, Texas. We're bringing Saxy back.
What are they, 5A, 6A?
6A.
6A.
Yeah, GISD.
G-Town, baby.
Oh, Tolo's texting in. 817 says, "What? Don't sleep on Alito. What about Alito?"
Alito was in the top 12. And again, look, gentlemen and ladies,
It's a
okay,
preseason.
I'm literally just reading
Off the top of his head.
the top of my memory. Okay, trust me when I tell you, I'm not trying to leave anybody out.
No, he
okay?
doesn't have a list. I'm impressed. I'm totally impressed because you just spitting stuff. You spitting bars off the top of your dome.
I just saw it yesterday while scrolling, and I thought, okay, because again, and look, it's a credit to 1080, Drew Anderson, the PD over there, Gavin for calling me up a few years ago when I first got here to the Fan.
The first Gavin Spittle.
G1, and I was at the gym at LA Fitness doing my thing. It was butt crack of dawn, and he sends me a text. He's like, "Hey, when's the last time you covered high school football?" And I was like, man, I don't know, Beaumont, back in 2007 when I was covering, Jasper and Newton and all these other little ragtag schools down there in East Texas. And he said, "Hey, would you have any interest in doing a high school football show?" And I said, okay, well, let's talk about it. Find out it's 10 to 12.
Back when you were
10P to 12:30A, which
hey, but your foot was in the door.
Hey, we're rocking and rolling. Like I said, we're going into year 3.
Back in them Beaumont days when you and Kendrick Perkins carry on. Y'all were carrying on back then.
Hey, I got stories for days out there from Big Money, Texas.
I've heard a couple of them from you.
It's wild. But look, DFW's been doing the damn thing in high school football, and so like I said, we're looking forward to it. And of course, I do the halftime show as well, which essentially is just me talking to a college football coach from around. I'm going to try to incorporate a few more players this year, but I enjoy talking to the coaches because they enjoy it from the standpoint of, hey, it's going out across the entire state. You never know who might be listening to it. So, and college coaches, although I will say, Texas high school football coaches are so well media trained, and Gavin can speak to this. I mean, they're used to. I mean, it's almost like talking to a small college coach.
Seriously.
And with some of the bigger coaches, I mean, they do make you go through the ringer to get to them. You're like, okay, bro. Like, I get it. It's Texas high school football.
And sometimes these high school coaches wind up in the college ranks real quick, like Texas Tech.
Well, and what I want to say, North Texas and SMU swooped up from a couple dudes. Hell, the North Crowley coach went to SMU, I think, if memory serves.
Yeah, Ray Gates from North Crowley went to UNT, and
that's it.
SMU took the coach from South Lake Carroll, Riley Dodge.
That's it.
Riley Dodge.
That's it. So boom, there you go.
Quarterback him too.
Okay, from the 940, you know what? If you want to represent your school today, go ahead and shoot us a text and let us know. From the 254, Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
What?
Shout out to you guys doing the damn thing. From the 940, high school football official here. Boy, I tell you what,
we appreciate you texting in and Tolo.
That is a job not for the faint of heart. So excited for the upcoming season. We always need more officials. Which, you know what? Shout out to those guys because that is a thankless job.
It is hard.
Parents are wilding.
Parents are wilding, coaches are wilding, players get bowled up, and all the officials can do is kind of try to keep the peace.
Well, that's all you can do. I was at a game last year, and granted this was in Kansas, but still, it was a high school football playoff game, and this kid got laid out. I mean, hell, he got knocked out of the game, and they didn't. It was a helmet to helmet. All right, but it happened so fast, and the ref was coming in. Didn't throw a flag. Whatever. I could have seen it going either way. We were on the side of the of my son's school. The kid, our quarterback, gets laid out, and parents are, and we're probably from here to. We're 10 yards away, okay? So we're right on top every day. Parents going...
Oh, you know it.
Yelling everything out of the Bible on this dude, right?
Texas high school football don't play. Friday night lights, come on, that's for real.
But here's what I thought was ref starts yelling back. See, that's where you got to stop. Okay, you can't. You got to be peacekeeper. Me of all people saying that, but look,
where's that drop?
Got to maintain a little decorum, right, ladies and gentlemen. Got to maintain.
We got a couple more texts here. Let's see. Woody's texting in. He says, "Morning, fellas. Got y'all on as always, getting ready for church, and let's go, Irving MacArthur." Another 214 says, "Shout out to Wiley East." 214 says, "I played high school football with Terrence Williams." That's
there you go.
Dallas Cowboys wide receiver class of 08 at WT White High School. Let's see. 251 says, "Respect to Texas high school football, but we play football in Alabama as well. How about them Cowboys?" Tolo. He's at Tolo in Alabama.
There you go.
I'm glad he didn't say Roll Tide. Another 940 says, was a high school official the last 11 years. This year, I moved up and will be my first year in the Big 12. Congratulations. Can't wait because those high school parents are nuts. Had to get away from
No, and I'm not mad at him for that. Shout out Denton Geyer, class of 23. We had Jackson Arnold and Peyton Bowen on that team. If you are interested in being a high school football official, DFOA.com. DFOA.com is the website. Go peruse it, see what you want to do there. Dadgummit, I had something on the top of my head I was going to say just now, but it'll come to me later on in the program. So
I know
anyway.
one thing. We got the Tolos waking up, and we always say this every morning we do these shows. We appreciate y'all let us ride a shotgun with you because you got things going on. Some people coming out of Sunday school. Some people going to church. Some people are just getting ready to go play some golf. Some people headed out to the lake. Some people just going over grandma's house this afternoon. And some people just listening. They working because it's a gig economy, man. People are door dashing, Amazon on a Sunday, and they might be just washing some cars. We appreciate you because there's no us without you.
And some of you, God bless you, might not be doing a damn thing today.
Exactly.
You might not be doing a damn thing, but just chilling like a villain.
Yeah, recovering from last night.
And I'm not mad at you for that one bit. I got to shout out my my auntie and my cousin over at TCU, my cousin Olivia, my Aunt Jenny. I went and hung out with them last night. We ate it over at a place called Pacific Table in Fort Worth. Shout out to Fort Worth, funky town.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, it was a nice little spot over there and just a little family time. And, we got done eating just in time for me to find the Rangers loss, 5-4 yesterday. And then, of course, the other big news that dropped last night was the
trade.
And everyone's calling it it's a blockbuster in the sense that, yes, it's the biggest team in baseball and it's the biggest player on the deadline. But I feel like, and we chit-chatted a little bit about this before the show with Trevor and Gavin. To me, Detroit could have gotten more than what they got. I mean, and I saw Kevin Gray tweeted this out. It's kind of twofold when you look at the Dodgers, all right? You're kind of sitting there like, here we go again. Here come the Dodgers. But at the same time, the Dodgers have built a really good farm system. Like I think, look, we get it. They've got more money than God, and there's all that.
They also have the.
But they've done a phenomenal job of building their farm system.
They've done both.
Okay, so
that's what's frightening.
That's you can say what you want about them outspending everybody, and maybe that's a competitive disadvantage. Okay, sure, in the baseball landscape. But when you're talking about trading prospects, trading for a Tarek Skubal versus outbidding everybody for a Kyle Tucker are two totally different things in my estimation, right? So when you look at the three guys that the Dodgers gave up, not even their three best prospects. Okay, and really you could argue not even their best outfield prospects.
Two-time Cy Young Award winner, the reigning two-time.
Now, you could argue, some people are pushing back and saying, well, look, you were limited with what you were going to get because it's not like he's tied in through the next 2 years. Like, you have team control. Now, if you're the Dodgers, though, it's not like you're sitting there saying to yourself, don't know if we're going to be able to re-sign him or not. This could be a rental. You were probably going to go ahead and just get a jump start on everybody anyway.
He wanted to go there.
Well,
that's the other part about it. I mean, it's also different, but it's different when a player says, I'm going to check things out and be a rental. You know what I mean? After the season's over, get my ring and check things out. No, he wants to play for the Dodgers.
I mean, it's
like, I got an angle on this. I don't know if you want me to do it now.
Tell you what,
later.
No, hold off, because we're getting some more Rangers talk. We'll jump into some more Rangers talk here, and look, because we got to get into this. We have to jump into whether or not. I mean, look, the trade deadline is 5:00 tomorrow, and you've got a Rangers team right now that is, but this is what they do.
Yep.
I mean, unfortunately, like I'd love to say, like I'm not going to hit the panic button, because would anybody be at all surprised if you won today to avoid the sweep, and then you took 2 out of 3 or swept the Giants, who are now the thing about the Giants is really bizarre is. They hired a college coach, which was crazy to me because they'd never. Baseball had never hired a manager straight from college to the pros. Mm-hmm. Now, have you hired guys that had college experience and then became a minor league coach or something like that? Sure, it happens all the time. Sat on the bench for a while. 100%. But to go, and we see it in football and basketball all the time, but in baseball, that kind of blew my mind that never happened. But you've got a Giants team that when they come to town tomorrow, it's fire sale time. for the Giants, right? So, I mean, they could easily ship off 3 or 4 guys tomorrow. And obviously, Luis Arias, who might be the second biggest name now that Tariq Skubal's gone, who I thought would be perfect fit for the Rangers, but I don't know that they have, unlike the Dodgers, they don't have near the farm system that the Dodgers do. But that being said, I mean, we're sitting at, 55 and 57 right now? The Rangers are. I expect...
And a game and a half out of first.
And I think really, and you know what, and we got Hicksy coming on.
Yep, 10:40.
10:40?
10:40-ish, yes.
Hicksy said something last night, and we'll dive into this more with him at 10:40, and I thought this was spot on, is the resounding theme with this Texas Ranger team has been, all we got to do is get in the dance, because you got Evo and you got DeGrom. Well, we just watched Evo and DeGrom get rocked the last 2 nights. In fact, we've watched DeGrom get rocked the last 3 starts, okay? And so, Evo giveth, Evo taketh, but I don't look at it as anything more than these guys are 37 and 38 years old, respectively. Okay, like I don't think it's anything like we're sitting here gonna dissect. Well, is there something wrong with them? Yeah, there's something wrong with them. They're in their late 30s. They're power pitchers. Okay, like this is where they're at. And oh, by the way, you're talking about a guy in Jacob DeGrom who, up until last year, hadn't had back-to-back 30 appearance seasons since 2019 and 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got a 37, 38-year-old dude who, to DeGrom's credit, pitches 29 games last year and just pitched his 20th game this year. Okay, so my man's pitched 49 games in the last 2 seasons, which I think if anybody would have told you before the start of last season, hey, DeGrom's going to come back in a big way, we'd have taken it all day.
So what you're saying is, fans, he's not 25-year-old Jacob DeGrom.
He's not 25-year-old Jacob DeGrom. He's not 30-year-old. Hell, we'd be happy if he was 35-year-old Jacob DeGrom. So my point in all that is this, and this is going to, again, piggybacking off of what Hicksy said last night, is the idea that, well, all we got to do is get in the dance, and then you got your 2 horses that, you know what, with good pitching, and you know this as well as anybody, CA, anything can happen. Well, I don't know that.
Now it's good or bad, anything can happen.
I don't know.
And you can't favor the pitching.
Well, you can't.
You just can't.
The idea that we were going to ride DeGrom and Evaldi and let's roll the dice and see what happens, I don't feel as confident in that anymore. And
why are you sounding like Ray Davis?
He's got a great last name.
That's his excuse.
But then on the flip side of that, let's take it one step further and look. CY. The thing we love about CY. I appreciate the fact he's aggressive. Okay, I love the fact he's aggressive. I'm not a fan of the moves he's made, but I do appreciate the fact that when you listen to CY, hey, it's always the grass is always green. It's always sunny outside, and by God, you're always competing for a playoff spot. So that part of Chris Young, I love. I loathe the fact that you gave up 5 prospects for Mackenzie Gore, and you were thinking, you know what would be palatable? And I'll say this, and we'll move to a break. What would be palatable is if you had your aces struggling like you did in this big series, but you said, Mackenzie's balling. Mackenzie looks like a number 1, but he doesn't. And so the problem is that, you go into postseason, if you do find a way to limp into it, who's your number 1? Kamar Rocker?
Oh, he's on the mound this afternoon.
I love where you went with that.
Ironically.
Don't make that face.
Trevor.
Don't make that face.
Trevor.
You know who had Trevor. You know who had Kamar Rocker on his fantasy team to start the season. Ya boy. I see. You know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let's get this show rocking and rolling. I'm Fred Davis. That's 3-time Hall of Famer Chris Arnold. We got Trevor in the mix. We got Gavin 3.0 in the mix. All right, coming up next.
We read all your texts, by the way. We
got text to read. We got football to get into. We got Matt Hicks. We might have Joseph Hoyt. We'll talk some training camp at some point as well. We might even check in with the G-Bag Nation because they're flying out today. But it's a quick show because we're leaving at 12:15 because the game starts at 12:30 or 1 o'clock or whatever. You get pregame and all that good stuff. So coming up next, though, we got rookies making non-rookie-like impacts. I'm talking about on the defensive side of the football, and if you know what I mean, the double nickel, you know exactly what I mean. Lots to get into. Let's talk some Cowboys next right here on 105 Through the Fan.
The more time you give, the more our crush grows. Together we continue to build something special. Keep turning it on and leaving it on 105.3 The Fan and the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
105.3 The Fan presents a celebration of DFW hockey on Tuesday evening, August 11th at Boomer Jacks, Fairview Allen off East Stacy Road. The On-Time Experts will be giving away Stars tickets with other amazing hockey giveaways all night. We'll do a live edition of Spits and Suds with our panel, Leah Simakopoulos of the Dallas Morning News, Robert Tiffin of NHL.com and Stars Thoughts, Sean Shapiro of D Magazine, Stephen Meserve of 100 Degree Hockey. The best part, it's a free party with special guests. It all kicks off at 6. We'll see you August 11th at Boomer Jacks, Fairview Allen, as we celebrate hockey with the Fan.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Hi, it's Michaela at Boomer Jacks. Wish your dollar could go a little farther? Me too. Join us as we are throwing it back to $2 domestics and $3 Dos Equis every day until 2 a.m. Bring your +1 and we'll see you at Boomer Jacks.
Quick, your favorite memory of a Wednesday. Exactly. Now imagine it's Wednesday afternoon. You're at the ballpark, Rangers baseball, hot dogs for $1. Yeah, things are looking up for Wednesday. The San Francisco Giants are coming to battle the Rangers August 3rd through the 5th. That's Monday, Tuesday, and yes, Wednesday afternoon. Time to make midweek memories. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-809-5833. 800-809-5833. 800-809-5833.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Get ready, DFW. The most anticipated culinary event of the year is here. DFW Restaurant Week. Imagine savoring exquisite flavors, indulging in multi-course masterpieces, and experience the best dining adventure of your life, all while supporting our incredible local restaurants. Don't miss out. Visit DFWRestaurantWeek.com today for menus and reservations. That's DFWRestaurantWeek.com. Book now before it's too late. Cheers to 30 years and our partners, including Uber One, Open Table, and Pinfolds, the official wine of DFW Restaurant Week.
August is here and the heat is not going to quit, and neither can you. If you're over 40 and the heat is taking its toll more than it used to, it might be your testosterone levels declining with age. Head on over to Low T Center, tell them Sean from the Fan sent you, and see if TRT therapy is right for you. FixedByLowT.com.
It's your turn to cook, but you've also got car shopping to do. Sounds like a lot. Not with Amazon Autos. What you see is what you pay. Shop online, pick it up at the dealership, so you can stay in chef mode. Amazon Autos.
Visit Amazon.com/autos.
This segment of The Fan is brought to you by the personal injury lawyers Frankel & Frankel. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first, 214 or 817-333-3333. With Frankel & Frankel, there is never an out-of-pocket cost. They only get paid when you win. Frankel & Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Did you guys see the lines in Oxnard yesterday?
I mean, around the block, down the street, around the corner.
No, it's It
was a Saturday, the first Saturday in Oxnard, and it was the first day with helmets and shells yesterday.
I before everybody starts, sending a deluge of texts of, oh, here we go, you guys are drinking the Kool-Aid, and you're Jerry's station, and Jerry paid you to say this, and all the other nonsensical things that people are going to spew. And I get it.
That's casual.
And maybe I shouldn't say nonsensical because I understand people get riled up and there's a PTSD factor when it comes to this Dallas Cowboy football team. And I certainly respect that. And
that's the non-casuals because guess what? The Tolos know that Jerry lets us say whatever we want to say.
100%. And I think Jerry appreciates.
Yeah, he does. His deal is like Muhammad Ali. It's like, I don't care if you say something good or something bad, as long as you say something. He told me this personally. He said, I want the Cowboys to remain relevant. You got to remain relevant, which means I want people to be mad if the Cowboys are bad. I want them to be happy when the Cowboys are good. When they don't care at all is when we're in trouble. So again, for casuals or people who just got to the station, you may think, oh, it's the Cowboy station. They're just going to parrot whatever. No. We're fortunate enough to have Jerry Jones on the air, and Jerry Jones says, y'all do what y'all do. And that's what we do.
I'm telling y'all right now, I have a feeling this year, I have a feeling, and some of you that are old enough to remember this, when I think of this offense, and of course we're efforting to see if our boy Joseph Hoyt, who's over in, obviously he's in Oxnard, so we'll see if he can. He can jump up with this. If not, we'll try. Like I said, we'll try to find somebody. If not, it is what it is. But that being said, like I said, it's a 2-hour difference. So, but and I'll run this by Broadus as well. The team that jumps to mind, because I know a lot has been talked about with the offense, and if you've been watching the clips, whether it's been Nick Harris, whether it's been Joseph Hoyt, whether it's been any of the folks that are out there covering camp, and like I said, Joseph Hoyt's done a phenomenal job of seeing clips and showing, and again, they're in shells, they're in helmets, so let's take that with a, not a huge grain of salt, but again, take it for what it is right now. But you've seen Ryan Flanoy make some incredible catches.
Wide receiver.
You've seen George Pickens make some incredible catches.
Wide receiver.
You've seen Jayshon Barham make some incredible plays, right? Where if they were in pads, he would have blown up some plays. Okay, you're starting to see some of these deep. Caleb Downs continues to do Caleb Downs type things.
He's an Army
going
knife.
from
Swiss Army knife.
He really is. He really is. Whether he's a corner, whether he's a safety, hell, he almost plays like a lightweight, small linebacker type deal. I mean, the guy, he's a rover. I mean, he can literally do anything you need him to do.
We had brought us on yesterday afternoon. I brought this up. I said, it sounds like Caleb Downs is solving the loss of Jordan Lewis, who took his great talents to Jacksonville, and they missed him badly. He said, yes. He said, the only thing is, he said Downs hits harder than Jordan Lewis, but at the same time, he said Jordan Lewis, he worked hard to do all of those different roles, and so and he's such a veteran. He said Downs got that high IQ. It might take him a minute to know all the things that Jordan Lewis. They missed the hell out of Jordan Lewis. Even Jerry Jones admitted that late in the year on one of the shows, either Sean and RJ or the KNC Masterpiece.
No, that certainly loomed large, and you can't be mad at Jordan. I mean, look, he got the bag from Jayville, 10 years, or so I think he got a 3-year, $30 million deal. Now he did get hurt at the end of the year, but and so looking at this Dallas Cowboy team, but the team that kind of there's been conversation about there'll be a little bit of regression offensively. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. In fact, I said this earlier this week with Blake, and I told this to me and CA talking pre-show today. I think George Pickens is going to go nuclear.
I think so.
Offensively this year. I
totally
think,
agree.
You've got a couple things going on right now with George Pickens. A, it's his second year in the offense. B, it's a contract year. And C, I think for as aloof and as eccentric as he comes across, and I mean, just from the little interaction I've had with him in the locker room, I mean, there's nothing to. He's just that's who he is. But at the same time. And I don't think enough has been made about this, where you kind of got to give Jerry and Steven, and whether they meant to do it or not, or it was by pure dumb luck, or it just worked out the way it did, by putting the franchise tag the way they did, to where they said, okay, we're not going to pay you, but if you can find somebody that we'll go ahead and take the 2 first-round picks for it, okay?
Right. They did that ahead of time.
Did it ahead of time.
They did this back in April.
Okay. Mulligetta?
Yep. We'll match it.
Jarrah said, "Hey, you're the guy, right? You're the you schooled me last year
on the
Micah deal. Mm-hmm. Okay, so go do it again. Go do it again. And guess what? He couldn't.
And that brought down his leverage. We're talking about David.
1,000%.
Because the threat of him going somewhere, but you have to have somebody want him. And again, the reputation in Dallas he was great last year, but the reputation in Pittsburgh is, and unfortunately for GP, they were thinking, wow, is he going to be Antonio Brown again?
Which is, to me, was unfair.
It was totally unfair.
To me, the Antonio Brown,
nothing like that.
And by the way, Antonio Brown wasn't Antonio Brown until he got laid out by Vontaze Burfict. Okay,
everybody knows that.
Now there might have been some. Who knows?
No. He was not.
I'm just saying. Who knows behind the scenes?
It was the hit.
No, I think
on that coaching staff, and they told me the same damn thing.
I'm not saying it didn't exacerbate it, but the first 7-8 years of Antonio Brown's career in Pittsburgh, he was a freak show.
I'm telling you.
But that hit from Vontaze Burfict just sent him off to another level, right? And so
that's not GP.
I think George Pickens to me has never was unfairly criticized from the jump.
He was, yeah, and I'm totally agreeing with you. This is what I'm sharing to why Mulligetta had a problem, because around the league they didn't know. They're like, is it Pittsburgh? Because it was hype. They're not at the practices, and then they say, okay, the Cowboys, he was on his best behavior. We're not giving up 2. So that worked for the Cowboys. Well,
there was that too, and I think one other thing factored in is the Mike Tomlin factor. Because Mike Tomlin, who's, before leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, widely considered one of the most tolerant coaches in the NFL.
That's why those people in Pittsburgh thought, because Tomlin traded him, because Tomlin can put up with anybody.
Exactly, right? So if Mike Tomlin said, I've had enough of you, then that tells you, ideally, then what's that say about George Pickens? So, we know he missed some meetings last year, or was late to meetings last year. We know about the Las Vegas thing.
That was him.
But that was enough, right? But that was enough. I mean, look, perception sometimes is reality, unfairly or not.
In other words, he wasn't choir boy in Dallas, but he was good. And I think people jump to act like he's difficult. He has an attitude. He doesn't.
No.
The roster love him. I have a really good relationship with GP.
Yeah.
And it stems from CD Lamb because me and CD are real cool. And so I've watched George. I'm like, okay, where's he going to mess up? He hasn't messed up at all. He's not doing anything different than any other wide receiver on any other team in the league would do.
I think George Pickens is unfairly characterized with the standpoint of, okay, so he missed a few meetings, which, I get it.
He was late. He didn't miss them.
Or, I'm sorry, he was late to a few meetings. So he's late to a few meetings last year. And then you couple that with, well, he takes plays off. He doesn't go full speed on routes.
On that
absolutely. That's but that's the way he plays,
that's
right?
Like it's not like he did it in a big game.
He doesn't
power. That's where people leap to confusion. I hate this. People leap to conclusions watching television. I'm even talking about these analysts on TV at the game because they're not at every game. Oh, he's taking the play off. He's mad at the quarterback. No, he's not. That's the way he plays.
The same play where he'll kind of start off a route a certain way, and then when he catches it and then makes a big play, but see, we don't see that. You don't necessarily see that aspect of it, right?
What Broadus was saying with it is he has the best eyes where he can find the ball.
Oh, he high points the ball better than anybody in the NFL. He's by far the best high pointer of the ball in the NFL.
He just looks up and he will judge it and catch it. Whereas a lot of receivers, they have to make sure the quarterback throws it to the spot. George is going to get it wherever it is.
There was
that's why he's going to ball out this year.
There was a clip yesterday from practice where my boy Savone Revel, and I'm looking at you, Blake Elliott, Savone all over him, all over George Pickens, and the old adage where sometimes a quarterback puts the ball where only the receiver can get to it, and that's exactly what happened. He put a ball right where only George Pickens could get to it, back shoulder kind of throw in the corner of the end zone. George makes a play, and it was one of those deals where sometimes our guy's just better than your guy.
Yep.
Okay, and right now the beauty of what we're seeing is it's an iron sharpens iron type of deal right now. What's going on with the defense versus the offense, and so and oh, by the way. We talk about all these wide receivers. Like I said, Flanoy made caught a great ball yesterday. We talked about George Pickens. CD's had a solid camp through the first few days or whatever. But what we're kind of taking for granted is the fact that Dak's balling right now. I mean, Dak is throwing dime after dime after dime out there. I mean, he looks like he's in midseason form right now. And I know a lot of the consternation around Dak Prescott is not so. And again, we've already beat the regular season drum to death. Is okay? Can he play back-to-back 17-game seasons? We know he's had some injury issues in the last 5-6 years or whatever it is. Every other year. I think with where this offensive line is, I don't think enough has been made about the fact that you're returning all 5 starters from last year's offensive line. I think Tyler Guyton's going to be okay. I'm not worried about Tyler Guyton. My biggest concern, as I've said time and time again, is less about can he play left tackle? Is he going to play for 16, 17 games is what we're going to worry about with Tyler Guyton. So offensively, with what you've seen out of this team in the first 4 days, bringing it full circle to where I started off this segment with, I think of the 99 St. Louis Rams. Okay, I think of the 99 St. Louis Rams. Now, before everybody that's old enough to remember that team says, well, Fred, we don't have a Marshall Faulk. I get that, okay? I get that. But you had a Isaac Bruce, you had a young Torrey Holt, you had a Ricky Prohl, who was that number 3 guy, okay? And then, Javonte, we all know is no Marshall Faulk. Let's not insult Marshall Faulk by any means. But with a 3-headed monster of a George Pickens, a CD Lamb, and a Ryan Flanoy. Mm-hmm. Look, is anybody going to worry or lose any sleep over the fact that, let's say, George goes for 1,300 yards, CD goes for 10, and Flanoy goes for 800?
By the way, reporters, the beat writers, they're writing about Flanoy might get 1,000. They could have 3. I don't think so.
That'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would be because if you have 3 receivers go for 1,000 yards, Chris Arnold, like that's insane.
It's insane
offensively. Okay, like this is not Madden. And look, I love hyperbole as much as the next guy, and you guys know I love to make a bold proclamation. That's crazy talk.
It
is. Man,
it's mind-boggling.
But 3 of those would get 1,000 yards
would have to
wild.
happen. The defense would have to have more stops.
Have to.
And so the offense get the ball back. But also, you got to know that the quarterback's going to be protected, which leads to, guess what happened in practice yesterday? We had an almost fight. It wasn't fisticuffs, but it was, no, you back up. No, you back up. Guess who it was?
Was Ezraku in it?
Ezraku and Tyler Guyton.
Okay.
Tyler Guyton said Ezra Rocco got him in the neck. He armed him in the, stiffed arm in the neck. And then both of them, after they were like, they had to pull them apart.
Because there's a big size discrepancy between those two.
Is huge.
I mean, Guyton's 6'8", Ezra Rocco's 6'1".
I'm telling you. All I can say is this. That's what you want.
What's Shot even talking about? They want physicality.
And both of them said, hey, these are as Rocco was saying afterwards, said, man, that's the way we are. We iron sharpening iron, basically.
That's it.
So
And no one's gonna lose any sleep over that. By the last I checked, these are it's a physical game, and I'm okay. Look, as long as you got guys not hating each other when it's all said and done, we can take that all day.
The other thing is, you and I are on the same page as far as GP's concerned. He's going to ball out this year, but he may not have the big giant number because if CD's getting his numbers and Flanoy's getting his numbers, and you got the running game getting something. Put it like this. It may not be, he got 1,800 yards. No, he's not going to get that. But he's going to be an amazing...
Unless somebody gets hurt. And God forbid, unless somebody gets hurt. Now, if somebody gets hurt, and that's what happened last year. I think we forget about that. We forget about what part of the reason why there was that discrepancy in the numbers and why we finished with 1,400 yards or 1,337, whatever it was. It's because CD missed 3 games last year, right? And really missed 4 because he got hurt at that Chicago game at the very beginning of the game. So I'm with you 110% on that. God forbid somebody gets hurt, and that could certainly skew the numbers one way or the other.
But the highlight film, woo! They're going to pimp that highlight film and get him paid.
Here's the number that counts as wins. All right, let's not mince any further words. I mean, the reality is this: I don't care if they if they all go for 3,000 yards, that's fine. The end of the day, you better win 12 games.
And we're in agreement. We both do not see the Cowboys paying both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens $35 million.
No, because by the way, last thing, you're going to have to pay 3 wide receivers because Flanoy's a free agent at the end of this year. So, so decisions have to be made. That'll be a conversation for another time. Coming up next, obviously, some of the news du jour of the week, certainly Cowboys related, was the Tony Romo news. Jera has finally spoken on his former protege, his quarterback, Mr. Tony Romo. What do you have to say about Tony Romo? Well, we'll find out next. Don't go anywhere. He's CA. I'm Fred. This is 105 The Fan.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning, and here's how most HVAC companies run a summer special. They simply raise their book price, then advertise a big discount. There's never any real savings because the same company that created the price also created the discount. We do the opposite. We go find every factory and utility rebate available and apply them straight to our standard book price, the same price we charge year-round. Right now, 4 separate programs can be combined for up to $5,700 in savings. But don't take our word for it. Call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, because we provide comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of, and our techs don't work on commission. To see if you qualify, call us at 877-YOUR-HERO or schedule your free estimate online at ReliantAirConditioning.com and see how we've been gimmick-free since '83.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Most people don't know you can lease used vehicles. At D&M Leasing, our Easy Lease gives you a pre-owned vehicle with a much lower payment than financing. New vehicles lose huge value the moment they leave the lot. Skip that depreciation hit. Lease used and save big. Your D&M agent handles everything, including home delivery. Call 817 or 972-35-LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com.
We make leasing easy at D&M.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Hi, it's Michaela, and it's always game time at Boomer Jacks. Now, there are 2 more great reasons to love us. Enjoy $2 domestics and $3 Dos Equis each day until 2 a.m. Find your location in DFW at boomerjacks.com and raise your game.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Hey, Tolo, Sean and RJ here with the greatest of base power. You know, summer in Texas means the AC is running, and your energy bill goes up. And while we can't control the weather, we can choose our energy plans. Base Power found that 7 in 10 Texans are overpaying for electricity.
That's why they built Base Energy, one low fixed rate built to save you money. Switch to Base and they'll cover up to $150 in cancellation fees. See how much you could save at basepowercompany.com/thefan. That's basepowercompany.com/thefan.
Texans enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to get Texas-sized savings. Kroger, Texas proud since 1955. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save on select varieties of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Gatorade, and more. Select packs are buy 3, get 3 free with your card, limit 12. Kroger, Texas proud since 1955.
Get the latest on the Stars off-season with Spitz and Son, DFW's #1 Stars podcast, presented by the On Time Experts. A new episode is available now wherever your favorite podcasts are found.
This segment of The Fan is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, the #1 Chevy dealership in the world. 3 years straight. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive based on new Chevrolet registrations 2023 through 2025.
Appreciate that, Gavin 3.0. And CA and I were looking at the text messages, and I can't tell if some of you guys are being serious or not, or if you don't really understand just how insane Marshall Faulk was. Because I get it. So, you know, we've got a couple people say, well, Jaden Blue is supposed to be the Marshall Faulk of the team if he ever grows up.
Wait a minute.
Let's stop.
Look at Gavin's face over there. Okay. He's like, what?
Let's
He has
stop.
that WTF face over there. Like, what? In other words, the reason they brought that up is because you made a comp that this team, this Cowboys team going into the season, reminds you of this 1999 offensively St. Louis Rams. And, you know, you don't have a Marshall Faulk. And then somebody was texting in, but we got Jaden Blue. No, Jaden Blue's just fast. That's it.
Let's chill.
Marshall Faulk is like,
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, he's a Hall of Famer, and
catch, run, everything.
You could argue between him and LaDainian Tomlinson are 1A, 1B, the two greatest dual threat running backs in NFL history.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. I mean, he had 1,000 yards. So he was the other guy that had 1,000 yards on that season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like was second behind Isaac Bruce. So, and as far as receiving yards,
Marshall Faulk was so great. He was traded straight up for Eric Dickerson.
Straight up.
I mean that, and both of them in the Hall of Fame.
And really,
and they're great friends, by the way.
Okay, and so just a quick peek behind the curtain, and we'll play the Jerry Jones audio. What he had to say about Tony Romo is. And again, I'm going back to the old heads like me and CA here, and of course I did a radio show back in the day with Ted Johnson, who was on that Super Bowl team. When the Patriots upset the Rams, because you remember that they were 14-point dogs.
I was at that.
Okay,
game.
New England was a 14-point dog that year, right? I mean, it was the greatest show on turf. The Rams were blowing everybody out, and Bill Belichick, and like I said, Ted tells this story all the time. I mean, I don't know if he told it lately, but back in the day, one of the reasons why they beat the Rams that game was they said, "All right, we're taking Marshall Faulk out of this offense." Okay, like we're taking Marshall Faulk out so that you're basically kind of like basketball, right? Where it's like, you know what, we're going to put all of our effort on one dude and everybody else has to beat you. Correct. That's the way they approached Marshall Faulk. They said they beat the hell out of Marshall. They said we didn't care if it was a pass play, if it was something else. He was just off in the slant or off in the flat doing his own thing. We put him on his ass every single time. So my point in all that is this: God bless Jaden Blue. Let's see if Jaden Blue can even be a starter on his own football team first.
Let's see if he can not fumble.
Although he's had a good training camp so far.
That's training camp.
He's had a good training camp
so far. It's only been 3 days, Fred. 3 days! Just kidding.
There you go. There you go. There you
Those
go.
that know, they know.
There you go.
But Jerry was talking to training camp about Romo.
Jerry finally had his thoughts on Tony Romo, and you know what? Well, let's let what Jerry has to say.
About one of your great former players, Tony Romo, and what he's experiencing right now. Have you had a chance to talk to him, and what are your thoughts again about what he's experiencing right now?
Well, I very much have had a chance to talk to him, and I've been talking to him. I love him. I love what he's about. I love his character. I love his love of sport, and he's a very, very unique talent. And the real question is, and I don't even have to ask what the answer is, do you think Tony Romo knows how to get up when he gets knocked down? Okay, he had a life of that. And absolutely, that's one of his greatest attributes, is that he can handle adversity. And so this is something that he will work through. He is a unique talent. His vision was just mesmerizing when he was a player. But he sees things and can articulate it so instantly. He'd walk out under center out of practice, and the defense would have 12 people out there, and it'd take him about a second to say, "Coach, we got 12 guys out here. Get one of them off on the deal." He just sees it, and then it goes. He has that skill. It's made him a great, great portrayal of the story of football games. So obviously, I'm a big fan of his family, and let me tell you right now, he's as real as he sounds. He feels every downtime. He feels every uptime.
Do you care?
So Jerry said what everybody around here knows about Tony Romo. And I was saying this yesterday. You know, you hate that situation happened overall. Yeah. You hate that, you know, he was out there like that, getting arrested, got the OUI or whatever they call it up there. And
OWI, something like that.
Whatever it is. To me, the follow-up was, in a way, that video being released, the police video.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things that could have happened to him, because other than that, people's perception of, well, he was stumbling around drunk, or he was aggressive, or whatever things your thought process might be, he negated all that, because you could see he was very nice, polite, he did everything the right way. And because of all of those things, and that video is like, okay, yeah, he shouldn't have done it. Yeah, he shouldn't have said, "Oh, I left the golf course." Oh, wow, because then that's great. Well, I could go on and on and on. Number one, he shouldn't have been behind the wheel if that was the situation, if he was intoxicated at all. But he didn't appear like he was out of control. So that was in his favor. But what also helped him, in a way, was whoever came up with the AI meme of him doing the Dak hip thrust. That stuff was hilarious. And so in a way, that kind of exonerated him too. And I put that, let me tell you why. Follow me on this. Hold your breath and let me speak. When a lot of celebrities used to get in trouble, 10, 15 years ago, to clean it up, or at least show that they were contrite, or make light of it, or like, I'm going to take care of this, or it ain't done. They'd have them host Saturday Night Live, or they have them do a roast. They would always do those things to make sure that everybody knew that they weren't like special treatment or whatever. In other words, I can take the hit. And that's what Jerry's basically saying when he's saying that Tony Romo can take a hit and get back up again.
Yeah.
The other part about it, they said CBS has suspended him. CBS did what they're supposed to do. If they did nothing, people would be complaining. When they say suspend him, well, yeah, they're going to sit down and talk to him and make sure everything's fine. And I don't think personally it's going to affect his career. I'm not mad at CBS.
I'll disagree with you on that one.
Go ahead.
I think he's cooked. I mean,
I'm going to disagree. Go ahead.
Look, he hasn't been good behind the mic in a couple years. All right. He just hasn't been. I mean, when's the last time? I mean, Tony, for as great as he was coming out the gate, okay, he's become a meme of himself in the last few years. I mean, when's the last time we heard Tony Romo say anything enlightening as an analyst in the last 2 or 3 years other than just the same? I mean, how many times is Jim Nantz sitting there saying to himself, Tony, what the hell do you mean by that? So now, it's funny you bring this up because I read an article yesterday about how CBS now is in not in a precarious position, but is a position where they could potentially void his contract because there's a morals clause in there where if you disrespect or misrepresent the studio or the station or the network, okay? Because think about it, the memes and everything like that. So what's going to happen now if you're Tony Romo is every time you now are on CBS, guess what? We're going to see memes of drunk Tony Romo. If I'm CBS, is that what I want?
Maybe
no,
not.
You know that's what we're going to see. What, you think the internet's going to forget about it?
No, I'm not saying that. There might be other things that
I'm saying, look, they are going Tony Romo, who already was in a tenuous situation because, again, he hasn't been. I mean, he has fallen off the cliff of guys we consider to be. I mean, they couldn't wait to put J.J. Watt in that spot. I mean, look, Tom Brady's better than him now. Greg Olsen is better than him. J.J. Watt has started to surpass him as far as just overall technicality. I would say Rich Gannon does a better job than Tony Romo does. So, the oh golly shucks impersonation and the call-in plays, like, that's over. We're done with that. Like, that was cool in year one, but it's like, Tony, what have you... And the article made a great point. It has now gotten as competitive with these analyst roles as it was in football and sports, okay? And so the fact that now J.J. Watt, who's had a cup of coffee as an analyst and now is on the one team after a year... What's that tell you? No, Tony's probably going to either have to sit out a year, or he's going to have to go do some Iron Eagle stuff and build his way back up. I hope this is a wake up call for Tony Romo. I really, really do, because I disagree with you slightly on the sense of, yes, did seeing him humanize us a little bit, and we realize, like, okay, maybe Tony's a good dude after all, and I think we all agree to that to some extent, but. Look, as somebody who's had more than a DUI, all right, there's no winning with that. There's no silver lining when you get pulled over for drunk driving.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, when you saw the video, it wasn't what a lot of people assumed.
Well,
and I'm not saying it was. I mean,
look, he wasn't. To your point, he wasn't falling over drunk. It wasn't like he was slurring his words. But at the same time, like, you could tell homeboy was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those deals where. At the end of the day, you're Tony Romo. You're one of the most recognizable human beings in the NFL, and you made a mistake. And now it might cost you millions of dollars because CBS may decide that they want to pull the plug, given how you've looked the last couple of years. I hope they don't. And I hope this is a learning lesson for Tony Romo. We shall see. All right, 1 hour in the books, boys and girls. That's the three-time Hall of Famer Chris Arnold. We got Gavin 3.0 in the mix. We got our boy Trap House Trevor in the mix. I'm Fred Davis. Speaking of quarterbacks. Did a TV show hurt Baker Mayfield, and he's got beef with his employer? We'll discuss that and more next, plus your text message as well. Don't go anywhere.
Take us with you wherever you go. Now heard on the iHeartRadio app, YouTube, Twitch, the TuneIn app, our Odyssey app, and of course with the biggest mother of a radio signal in DFW. Thanks for making your favorite travel buddy 105.3 The Fan.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get ready to rant. Comedy sensation Matt Rife is bringing his Stay Golden World Tour to the Choctaw Grand Theater for 2 unforgettable nights, September 25th and 26th. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the laughs start at 8 p.m. Don't miss your chance to see Matt Rife live at Choctaw Casinos Durant. Tickets are going fast. Grab yours now at Ticketmaster.com. Matt Rife. 2 nights, endless laughs. Be there.
Hot, crispy, fresh off the grill. The kind of food you smell before it even hits the table. And when that first bite hits, you already know what comes next. Pepsi. Because bold flavor deserves a refreshing finish. Food deserves Pepsi.
Dig into bold Texas flavor with the burrito tacos at Hurtado Barbecue. Damn good Tex-Mex barbecue. You know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Quick, your favorite memory of a Wednesday. Exactly. Now imagine it's Wednesday afternoon. You're at the ballpark, Rangers baseball, hot dogs for $1. Yeah, things are looking up for Wednesday. The San Francisco Giants are coming to battle the Rangers August 3rd through the 5th. That's Monday, Tuesday, and yes, Wednesday afternoon. Time to make midweek memories. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
Attention Fort Worth. Luxor Staffing is hiring hundreds of positions for a major new electronics manufacturer in the Alliance area, including roles for those with basic computer component knowledge, plus packing, loading, warehousing, and more. And the opportunity doesn't stop in Alliance. Luxor Staffing has hundreds of openings across the DFW Metroplex, so your next career move may be closer than you think. Weekly pay, great benefits, and start as soon as tomorrow. Visit luxorstaffing.com today. That's luxorstaffing.com.
It's a baseball weekend on 105.3 The Fan, presented by K-Post Roofing.
You're turn it on, leave it on. Home of America's team is 105.3 The Fan.
Hello, baby.
KRLD-FM and HD1, Dallas-Fort Worth.
An Odyssey sports station. Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on and leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Hour number 2 of the show happening right now. It's an abbreviated edition of the program today, and I mean abbreviated in the sense that we're going to take you until around 12:25. That's when our hard out should be, give or take. Sound right? These dudes are over here shooting it up in there, give or take. Give or take. Rangers. Must-win game today? 877-881-1053. Is this a must-win for your Texas Rangers as they play the Houston Astros? Hey, at least I didn't start off with saying welcome in H-Town. Huh?
That happened one time back in the day.
It sure did. It sure did. I'll tell you what. You know what? Let's make a proclamation. I haven't made one in a few hours. Let's do it.
What?
Now, I tweeted out the other day, and it's been slim pickings here, right? So I tweeted out the other day, Game 3 of the Tampa Bay series, that if that was the rubber match, and I said if they win today, we're getting tattoos this weekend.
Did you say that again? You said that years ago.
I've been saying it. Okay.
You just want to get sleeved up again.
Well, I mean, it's time. Well, here's what I'm irritated by. All right, and this is really just to quiet the naysayers, because people are like, "Oh, you're still a Houston guy. You got no love for DFW."
You were born and raised in Kansas.
Okay, and you know what? I get it. It's kind of like. My son was mad at me for the longest time because I didn't have a tattoo with his name on it, or with his name tattooed on me, and he really was. It was funny. It was
his sister's name?
I've got my daughter's name tattooed, right? And so for the first 6 or 7 years, little 7-year-old Zave was feeling some type of way, and then I finally got his name tattooed, and he was good to go after that. So I'm feeling kind of the same way when people text in. They're like, "Oh, he's got a Houston logo tattooed on him. He can't be representing DFW." So that being said, tell you what, let's do this. And it's only right because my boy Kamar Rocker. And has there been a bigger Kamar Rocker fan here at the station than your boy Freddie D?
He's on the mound this afternoon.
Trevor knows. Trevor's shaking his head. He's like, nope. Rangers win today, and it's only right that it's against the Astros. Okay, how serendipitous is that? So let's just make let's make it. I'm saying perfect it right now. 10:07 a.m. Okay, August 2nd, 2026, in the year of our Lord. Rangers win today. They beat the Astros. Your boy will go get a Rangers tattoo. Now, I'm going to get the TX tattoo. Okay.
Oh, okay. The new.
Well, the one from the City Connect, not this year's City Connect, last year's City Connect. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's only right because you and I were doing a Sunday morning show, one of our first Sunday morning shows, and Tritley was wearing the City Connect Texas Rangers hat, and I go, "What is that?" And, of course, Tritley, in typical Tritley fashion, lambasted me, and rightfully so. And so it's only right we bring it full circle. So today, shout out to my boy James Tritley.
It's the play-by-play.
Shout out to my boy James Tritley, to this day still the greatest pound-for-pound producer / host haiku of all time, taking nothing away from my boy Trap House Trevor or Jet Nelson or Khaki or Jacob Ray, even though he did cheat the first time he ever did one, but that's another story for another show. James Tritley did a haiku where he did nothing but cowboy player names.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that just shows, if that doesn't tell you the depth of my boy James Tritley, I don't know what to tell you. But that being said,
I think he's doing Abilene Christian play-by-play.
Is he doing Abilene Christian? Well, he's in Abilene, right?
He's doing the Flying Bison.
That's it. And because he's also like the sales guy there too, right? The head of sales.
He does about everything for him.
He's doing everything.
Yeah. Shout out to him and that kid that's in Shaq's Dunk Master, the dunk contest. That dude is amazing.
And I want to say he's
22nd, I believe.
And I want to say he's bagging like the single mother population in Abilene as well.
Look out.
Okay, I don't know if that's
Trevor's
true.
Got
that could be. Accurate.
Trevor's going to weigh in on this.
Okay, I think it's crazy that just all they have to do is win today.
That's all they got to do.
But how about
this? That's kind of a big deal.
Hang on. If they lose today, you have to get the T for the new City Connects.
No, not doing it.
Come on, what do you mean?
If they lose today?
No, we don't.
How about if they lose today? You take off the Astros tie.
Nah, I can't do that.
You remove it.
Nah, I can't do that.
Why not?
That's lame. No, because it's sentimental. It's sentimental. Anybody that's got tattoos can appreciate
the time and place.
Now, look, I understand some tattoos for some folks have different meanings or whatever. I'm more of what was the moment that I got the tattoo. Like everything's got a meaning to it or whatever.
It's on your bicep.
It's on my bicep, but again, this has got a radio meaning to it as well.
What's the phrase underneath it?
Welcome in H-Town.
Oh, okay.
Welcome in H-Town. Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm consistent if nothing else. Okay, let's get that straight. So look, win today, beat the Astros today. Beat the Astros today, and we'll go get Ranger tattoos. Okay, and I'm going to put "Welcome in DFW" underneath it. All right, boom, done. All right, but you got to beat the Astros today.
Are you dragging Blake into this? Because you said we're.
Here's the thing: you don't have to get. What I'm saying is,
asking then.
One more time, clean it up. Go ahead, one more time.
So what are you asking then?
Yeah, I'm asking if you're going to have Blake get a tattoo.
So what I'm saying is,
since y'all are tattoo
I don't know
fatties.
if he wants to get one. He's more than welcome to. I'm just saying if anybody wants to tag along at the tattoo parlor. Now I haven't figured out what tattoo parlor we're going to go do this
all
at.
the Tolos and fatties can come with you.
Look, if people want to show up, but here's the thing. But you know what? I may
make a meme.
Look, you guys know me. I'm kind of a lone wolf in some senses. I may just show up at a tattoo parlor and just do it on my own. And because I'll be back on the air, Blake and I are back on Wednesday night, full 4 hours. We've got two full 4-hour shows this week, Wednesday and Thursday. So look, Rangers win today. Your boy may show up on Wednesday with a new tattoo. Okay, y'all may not even know. I may not say anything, but it could be Wednesday, could be Thursday. Who knows? But if the Rangers win today, book it. Take it to the bank, whatever.
Rocker
and look, I'm saying I'm saying it. The serendipity is oozing right now because we got my guy Kamar Rocker, who I've been repping Kamar all season long before the season started. Okay, and you're beating the Houston Astros. All right, which obviously, as we all well know, I spent 12 years there. Have a Houston logo tattooed on my arm as well. So boom, bring it all full.
Where would this
circle.
Ranger tattoo be?
It's going to go right.
Not right next to the Astros.
Right next to it. Right next to it. 100%. 100%.
You gotta have it on the other bicep.
Now, because I'm the right arm I'm done with. We're gonna sleeve up the left arm and call it a day. The right arm I'm done with. But we're gonna. I mean, look, it's gonna be more prominently featured. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
It's got to go above the Astros one because they're going to beat the Astros.
It would be above the Astros.
It's going to go right there. It's more more prominently featured.
And if the Rangers don't win,
then we just TBD.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
Corey Seager.
I guess we'll never know. We'll just we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season plays out, and maybe we'll set up another scenario. But here's the thing: don't hate the player, hate the game. I try to do it for the Stars. Hey, we make it to the Stanley Cup, we're getting tattoos. Guess what? They spit the bit. All right? I said something about the Mavericks. If we get in the top 4, boom, I get a tattoo. They didn't. I said against the Tampa Bay Rays, we win this series, boom, your boy gets it. They didn't do
Where's
it.
the Chiefs tattoo?
Okay? So, it's funny.
That's your team.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is.
How do you not have your team out of all the teams? You have authentic rights to this because you grew up in Kansas. That's your team for life.
That is.
And you don't have them on your body, yet you have random Astros.
I'll tell you why. Because when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in 2019, it was.
Don't say you were in Houston. That doesn't matter. You grew up a Chiefs fan.
No, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is that it was just so. And this is. And I'll bring it back to Dallas Cowboy fans or what folks here in the DFW. When you have I only have an emotional attachment to two teams: Chiefs and the Jayhawks.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's
where's the Jayhawk? No Jayhawk.
I don't have any Jayhawk tattoos either. I don't have any Jayhawk tattoos either.
I don't get it.
Because you know what? You know where the emotion is?
Where?
It's in my heart.
Oh, it's in your heart.
It's in my heart.
There's not a tattoo in your heart.
Okay? That's where it's at.
Okay.
It's on the inside.
Okay.
It's on the inside. Okay. And because like I said, I got stories for all these other tattoos. So,
in other words, the two teams, you got books. You can't possibly.
It's all up here. It's in my head.
Not a one moment.
It's seriously.
All the other tats are one moments.
And you guys all know. I mean, look, you've seen me wear. And I don't wear a lot of Chiefs gear, but I do wear a lot of KU gear, as you guys all well know. And if you go to my house or my apartment, you'll see that I've got decorative stuff all over for KU and the Chiefs as well. So that's how.
Hold on. We got a Tuttle that's challenging you. He says, listen, there's not a man in your family if you don't do this while you're on the air.
You can't do it on the air. We've already tried that. And look, you're not a man if you don't do it, if you're not covered up. We're not covering up the Rangers tattoo. I'm not covering up for anybody else who wants to,
Nelson,
I'm not covering up the Astros tattoo. Okay. It's not going to happen. Okay. So like, what Nick Saban say? It's not going to happen. So stop asking. Okay. So look, there's again, it was a pivotal point in my life and it's not going anywhere, but that's why we're going to do the Rangers tattoo, because I've enjoyed and loved being in the DFW.
Zach in Frisco said, Fred, you should also get a tattoo if the Rangers make a blockbuster trade tomorrow.
No, we're not doing that. No.
You just want them to be
look, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, okay? Mm-hmm. I've put it out there. Either take it or leave it. How many tattoos have y'all gotten? How many ultimatums have anybody out there listened that wants to, jibber jabber at me for, do this, do that? How many tattoos have you done because of a team winning or losing? 877-881-1053. So again, I'll say this one more time and I'm done. Rangers win today, I get a tattoo. End of story. Mm-hmm. End of story. We're not. There's no modifications, or we're not doing any other tattoos.
It's a simple.
It's going to go in the bicep. It's going to go on the bicep. It's going to be the TX. It's going to say "Welcome in DFW," and we're done. Done.
Just that simple.
It's just that simple.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield.
There's two quarterback things I want to mention real quick. Baker Mayfield and Taysom Hill. Did you hear about Taysom Hill?
I saw Taysom Hill.
Okay, so Taysom Hill's been at New Orleans like 100 years, right?
Forever.
And then, Kellen Moore we ran out of gadget plays. I got a bunch of them. But
he can't throw and he's old.
Guess what? How come the Broncos are talking about picking him up and reuniting him with Sean Payton? That crazy?
That doesn't surprise me.
That proves the point that Taysom Hill has pictures. He's got some dirt on Sean Payton because nobody understood why all these years. Why does Sean Payton keep trotting him out there?
Well, and do you realize that Taysom Hill's 36?
Isn't that something?
Okay, so it's like I don't. And maybe they're going to put him on, maybe he'll be on the staff or something like that. I mean, I could see that, but you're right. I mean, again, hey, all you got to do is find one.
Hey,
find that person that loves you the way Sean Payton loves Taysom Hill, all right?
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to Taysom Hill and Sean Payton.
Baker Mayfield.
He's pissed off. He thinks he deserves more money. I said this yesterday with me and Will Chambers talked about this. I dare I say, and I don't think have you watched the quarterback show yet on Netflix, the new season? I know Trevor, have you have or you haven't?
I haven't.
Just a little bit, first episode?
I haven't, but I've seen clips. And I love that show, by the way.
I'm a huge fan of the show. Now, I thought last season was, but this season was actually halfway decent. Jaden Daniels, I've already gotten into that. Tell you what, anyway, I'm not even going to
leave his mom out of this, but go ahead. We know what you think.
You can't.
You can't. That's the show's about her. But go ahead. Let's talk about Baker because we're running out of time.
I think Baker Mayfield, dare I say, was affected negatively by that show.
Really?
100%.
What do you mean?
Half the show is him getting worked on because he's getting his ass beat.
Like Kirk Cousins the first year? Because all you heard was, when Kirk was at Minnesota, it's like,
but the thing is like you're seeing, but instead of that though, not just him talking about it, but you're seeing like him actually getting worked on by the trainer, right? Like
they did that with Kirk Cousins.
And so I just felt like
with his small size,
because he's not a big guy.
I heard you talking about
he's what, 6 foot, maybe 6'1", and that's what they list him as. So he's probably closer to 5'11", 6 foot. Mm-hmm. And again, no one's going to say he's not a great quarterback, but I'm sorry, but I'm not giving. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Baker Mayfield's not a great quarterback. And does Baker Mayfield have a great story from getting kicked to the curb by the Browns and resurrecting himself and having that?
Before that, how about Texas Tech to OU to his whole career?
We're not going to. No one's disputing the fact that
UT wouldn't look at him. He grew up in Austin.
Baker's going to retire and go down as a good NFL quarterback. And dare I say, could you win a Super Bowl with him? I mean, if you can win one with Sam Darnold, you could probably win one with Baker Mayfield. All right, but I'm not giving him 2 years, $100 million. Take it to the bank, dude.
See, I take it to the bank. I understand totally what you're saying because you can't trust that he's going to live past the 2 years and he's going to be banged up. I totally understand that, and I think that's why he's tabled it and he's betting on himself, sort of like George Pickens is betting on himself, just like Dak wound up betting on himself. Again, I totally understand Tampa Bay's point of view. They love the guy, and Baker has even said, I'm tabling it right now because I want to focus on the season. I want to play my ass off and focus on the season and not be distracted by contract talk. He thinks he's going to be able to get more than that. And what people got to understand is I don't think he'll get a longer contract.
No.
I just
3 years max.
Yeah. I just think in this day and age, as good as you are, bigger quarterbacks get hurt.
Bigger quarterbacks get hurt, and
especially ones that are moving around a lot.
And you know, I know one of your go-to lines is it's your turn. Well, here's the thing, though. It's your turn because your contract's up, but it's not your turn to go get stupid quarterback money.
It wasn't stupid. I thought it was $55 million, which is what Jacksonville's getting.
Which honestly, though, I think is stupid. But see, here's the reality. That's stupid quarterback money for Baker Mayfield.
He's a quarterback.
No, I get that, but I'm saying, but just because, look, here's the thing.
Okay, what's not stupid to you?
I'd give him $45 million.
No. Nobody's making that for your starter. Not when you're time.
Sure they are.
Well, not when it's your turn.
Well, then, but that's okay. Then buy. Okay, because like I said, just because teams have made mistakes with that, we're not getting pigeonholed into that. All right, like I'm Baker Mayfield. You are not a $55 million quarterback. Period.
I always say this. You don't.
To me, Sam Darnold reset the market in a way.
Yeah, he sort of did. But the point is, every quarterback, it's like living in a rich neighborhood. House might be shabby, might be the least expensive house.
But because of the area, you're going to get more money.
He's a freaking quarterback, and that's what a starting quarterback, not a quarterback, a starting quarterback. And again, it's not about top 5 quarterback. We're talking about somewhere between 6 and 20. They all get paid at least $50 million.
And look, I don't dispute that one bit, but I would come back and say, look, bro, you're 32 years old, you've got an injury history, you're beat up, and you know we'll look at the stats. I mean, you're not better than Sam Darnold.
Like I said, I can't see a long contract.
That's it.
I can see the $55 million.
And that's what I'm saying. I agree with you wholeheartedly. 2 years, $100 million.
Yeah, I have
that's it. You know what? If I'm Tampa Bay, I can live with that offer. All right. I get it. You're Baker. You want security. You want 3, 4, 5 years. Guess what? Do what Kirk Cousins did. Kirk made a living off of franchise tags.
Yes, he did.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yes, he did.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Dak and his agent, Todd France, that's who they consulted when they worked over the Cowboys.
Kirk Cousins is one of the shrewdest, maybe the shrewdest businessman in the history of the NFL.
He watched LeBron. I dug deep on this a long time ago. He watched how LeBron did in NFL. 2-year contracts.
That's
2-year contracts.
That's it.
Because if you're in a certain category, like a quarterback or a superstar player for your team, the shorter the contract, not this long-term security. No, get a short deal, guarantee
it,
and you can bounce or you can leverage it.
And if you get, and the reality is, look, I get it. Everybody wants to protect against injury, and I certainly respect that, and I understand that to an extent. But at the same time, there's something to be said for that guaranteed money. Bird in hand, baby.
Yep.
Bird in hand is better than 2 in the bush all day, every day. Let's talk a little NBA. Might the Mavericks end up on Christmas Day? We'll talk with Chris Arnold about that next. Don't go anywhere. This is 105 The Fan.
Our goal is to have you winning every sports debate with your buds. We'll do the homework. You just listen and enjoy. Turn it on and leave it on. The Fan and our Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps. The Fan is off and running in Oxnard. And thanks to the on-time experts, AC Heating and Plumbing, we're delivering Cowboys practice info, interviews, insight, and our off-the-air confessions. Our coverage is also presented by Mercedes-Benz of Plano and Best Buy Windows and Siding. From day one up to the regular season opener, nobody has you covered like your Turn It On, Leave It On Cowboys Station. 105.3 The Fan.
Whatever you're facing, whatever you're struggling with, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline can help 24/7. Call or text 988. Or to chat, visit texas988.org.
Picture this. You're on magician duty at your kid's birthday, and it's also car shopping day. Sounds tough, right? Not with Amazon Autos. Shop for your car online, pick it up at the dealership, so you can get back to making magic. Visit Amazon.com/autos.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory. It's bold. It's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Choppy here by your friends over at Blue Chew. Listen, boys and girls, you want to go from average to savage. You're sick of giving her the weak stuff. She is sick of the weak stuff. You're not in your 20s anymore. The relationship is 10, 15 years old. All right, you love it, but it's just not the same. That's totally normal. Blue Chew improves blood flow. Blue Chew Gold is a 4-in-1 upgrade. Target your body and your brain. Most blue pills just focus on the blood flow. Blue Chew Gold goes further, enhances arousal, desire, connection, total performance, physical and mental. You go from average to savage. It dissolves right under your tongue, starts working in as little as 15 minutes. You can turbocharge your love life with Blue Chew Gold. Ladies, tell your man, BlueChew.com, promo code RJ. Make him that trophy husband again. BlueChew.com, promo code RJ. 10% off your first month with the promo code RJ. You get your confidence back. Hey, you little fella, feeling big again.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and are part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Attention Fort Worth! Luxor Staffing is hiring hundreds of positions for a major new electronics manufacturer in the Alliance area, including roles for those with basic computer component knowledge, plus packing, loading, warehousing, and more. And the opportunity doesn't stop in Alliance. Luxor Staffing has hundreds of openings across the DFW Metroplex, so your next career move may be closer than you think. Weekly pay, great benefits, and start as soon as tomorrow. Visit LuxorStaffing.com today. That's LuxorStaffing.com.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
This segment of The Fan is brought to you by the personal injury lawyers Frankel & Frankel. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first, 214 or 817-333-3333. With Frankel & Frankel, there is never an out-of-pocket cost. They only get paid when you win. Frankel & Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
I tell you what, man. Some of y'all need to. What do the kids say? Touch grass.
Touch grass.
I tell you what, 682. That is one of the most unhinged zip codes, area codes out there. My God.
Not the area code. The guy.
No, because trust me, we had a whole lot of. We had a 682 yesterday that was off the chain yesterday. So 682. Whatever y'all are doing out there. Get some filtered water. I don't know. Get out and see some sun. Take some vitamin D pills or something. I don't know, because my goodness, 682 is wilding out there as well. So two days in a row. 2 days in a row. Fred Davis, go bleep yourself. Mavs. Nothing to bleep themselves there. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't wait. I still think, we talk about the Rangers making a blockbuster deal. Benedict Mathurin is a name that I saw being bandied about as a possible target.
Mm-hmm, possibly, but we just never know.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I think they need a guard.
I think the team is still not totally set, but they did a lot of moves over summer. What everybody's waiting on right now is the schedule to come out. And we've got hints. We got clues. There's smoke coming out of the chimney. Remember, the schedule makers are saying, Adam Silver was saying, hey, we can't drop the schedule until we hear from LeBron where he's going to wind up. And that's because, as you know, on these TV games, people want to see the superstar.
Absolutely.
It's not about
100%.
Is LeBron going to win the championship. It's like, no, people want to see where he is and how he and his teammates are playing. And as you know, unofficially, everybody starts watching the NBA on Christmas Day. The season usually starts the week before Halloween.
Real quick, because I know we're gonna get out on time here. Just your quick thought. I haven't heard it yet. What did you think of LeBron going to Philly?
I had no problem with it. I was completely surprised. I thought he might wind up at Golden State.
Yeah,
and I kind of understand why he's doing it for $8 million only.
Agreed.
Because you don't work your hard on that body. You don't work that hard on your body. Mm-hmm. Have a trainer. $1 million a year to stay in shape. He's 42 in December.
Yeah.
To not try to win a championship. So for anybody to say chasing rings, it's not chasing rings. It's called chasing his legacy. He can't be the greatest player of all time like Michael Jordan, but his career is the greatest career of all time. So why not, if you're going to work that hard,
add one more title to it.
Best chance to win a title. And again, it's not chasing a ring because that's what you want every player to do. I get tired of players saying, I have a right in the league, and I got paid, and I ain't worried about it. And if I win, I win, and I don't. Paul George. I'm just saying. I don't like players that are comfortable. I want them to try to win.
Yeah.
Again, I know he didn't do it like George's my favorite player of all time. He's the greatest player.
Yeah.
It's not how he's doing. He's got a whole different path. But the days of players staying with one team and you can root for that. It doesn't happen that way.
Steph Curry might be the last one we ever see do it.
Might be the last one.
Steph Curry might be the last one we ever see do it. That's a great point.
So my buddy Mark Stein has given clues on how this schedule is going to come out and especially what's going to happen on Christmas. Steiny said, be aware that last year when the schedule came out, it came out August 12th, which was a Tuesday.
Okay.
Next Tuesday,
10 days.
Next Tuesday is the 11th. So kind of think it might be dropping.
Okay, so you think we're about a week or so away from it?
Yes.
Okay.
And he said the rest, that was when they first announced the Christmas schedule on the Tuesday, August 12th. But then the rest of the schedule was released on the Thursday, right? 2 days after that on the 14th. But this year it'll be on the 13th.
Yeah.
So that's when the whole schedule should come out. And that's when everybody's saying, "Ooh, look at the match! Look at the match! Who's going to start? What are going to be the first opening day games and whatnot? And who's playing whom?" But on Christmas Day, because that's when everybody looks at it.
That's the showdown.
So check this out. There's 10 teams playing because there's 5 games on Christmas.
Right.
And remind you, this is based on big name players.
Oh, 100%. Okay. So you know Philly's in it.
So you know Philadelphia's
Philly's a done deal.
Okay, so here's another clue. The Knicks have played in 58 Christmas games.
Okay.
But they never play at night. And most of the time, it's at Madison Square Garden. So since they won the title, it's going to be at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
But will it be at night? Or at least the afternoon, you know what I'm saying? Late afternoon, because the Knicks are so popular. They're the champions.
So there's you said 10 teams?
10 teams. Okay, so you know the Knicks. That's one.
I was going to say, I got 4 written down so far.
Okay, tell me the team.
I got Knicks, OKC.
Slow down. Say it slow. Oklahoma City. That's
yes.
correct.
Yes.
That's one of the teams because SGA.
Come on.
And
it's a no-brainer.
They won the championship 2 years ago.
Exactly. Went to the Western Conference Finals. Third team is San Antonio.
San Antonio because of Wemby.
Because of Wemby.
So could you see an Oklahoma City, San Antonio matchup on Christmas Day?
See, I see it. I think San Antonio, Philly is a viable. That's where I'm going.
It could
because that's a finals preview.
There you go.
Potential.
And you could have Oklahoma City, San Antonio start the season.
Yeah.
Season opener.
I think Minnesota, you got to throw in there.
Minnesota, because Ant-Man has been on there for the last 2 years in a row. And guess what?
And LaMelo?
That's where I was going.
What?
Blake's
his doppelganger. That's it.
I mean,
Lakers?
I swear to God. Yeah, Luka and the Lakers. What does Luka look like? He hadn't played since March.
Yeah.
Remember, he's been hurt since March. And what kind of team did they surround him with now that LeBron is gone? So how many you got now? There's seven?
How many Dreaming of a White Christmas songs do you think we'll hear during the Lakers game? Continue.
What do you call the snow time? Instead of showtime, they call it snow time. That's what they call
Lakers.
them.
Well,
that's what they call it.
Seriously.
They are. Come on.
All right, so that's 6.
Okay, that's 6. So you get Minnesota.
You got Minnesota Lakers, Philly, San Antonio, OKC, New York Knicks. Celtics.
Yes, because
you got to throw the Celtics in there.
How do they look without Jaylen Brown?
Right. And you got Tatum.
And Tatum. What do they look like? Okay, that's 7.
No, that's 7. That's 7.
That's 3 more. I'll give you a clue. Some guy took.
You got to go Golden State, right?
Golden State, because Steph is
still Steph.
Still Steph.
Steph is still Steph.
And that's always a late night game for sure.
Yeah.
It could be Lakers versus Golden State. It could be Golden State versus somebody else.
That's 8.
What about a guy that took his talents to South Beach?
Oh, Miami.
Giannis and Miami.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see Giannis in Miami. What does it look like?
Okay, here's the question I got for you. Denver or Dallas?
That's what it boils down to. You're going to have Jokic, or you're going to have Cooper Flag and the return of Kyrie
Irving.
See, this is where I think the Mavericks have a great shot.
I think they do.
Because it's not just Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year, doing all what he did. It's the return of Kyrie Irving with Cooper Flag. What do they look at? Like, got a new coach, the roster's rebuilt.
And I'll do you one better. I think you go Dallas Lakers. I mean, who doesn't want to see Cooper versus Luka?
Come on now.
Because that's what you're building it as.
Come on now. It only happened one time.
Cooper versus Luka
got
on
hurt.
Christmas Day?
Man.
Because the Mavs
sound like a schedule maker.
Dude, the Mavs are going to be a solid team come Christmas time.
Oh, for sure.
Okay? I think they'll probably be around 500, give or take. Maybe a game over, maybe a game under. But they're not going to be it's not going to be near the conversation we had a year ago at Christmas. Well, of course, obviously, I'm thinking 2 years ago. But no.
There's 2 other possibility teams.
Besides Denver? So you got Denver, Dallas, who else? Who's your
possibility for Cleveland, since LeBron didn't go back, only because how does Donovan Mitchell and James Harden and then that's weak. But then Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons, because they won 60 last year.
I don't disagree with you there, but who the hell is he? I mean, did you see that article about who he's trying to? I mean, hell, Jalen Duren still doesn't even have a team yet. So
I know it's still up in the air.
And not that we're biased, but I mean, let's be real. Dallas over all those teams,
of course. And last but not least, this is the bonus.
Yeah,
there's 30 teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
There's only one team that has never played on Christmas. One team.
Charlotte.
Ding, 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 ding. Give this man the money.
Let's go.
Give this man his money. Mic drop. There you go. There you go.
Matt Hicks, ladies and gentlemen. What did he say yesterday about these 2 pitchers that I'm going to ask about today? And is he right about it? Matt Hicksy, the one, the only, joins us next, talking all things Texas Rangers.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bubba Wallace from 2311 Racing. You know what it feels like forever? Sitting on a plane waiting for takeoff. Good thing I've got Chumba Casino. With daily boost and social casino games on tap, this is the kind of fun that makes time fly. Why not turbocharge your downtime? Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The most anticipated culinary event of the year is back, and we're celebrating 30 incredible years of DFW Restaurant Week. Each reservation you make and every unforgettable dish you enjoy helps support Lena Pope and the North Texas Food Bank, providing hope, nourishment, and brighter futures for families across North Texas. This isn't just an exceptional dining experience, it's a chance to dine out and do good. Make your reservations today at dfwrestaurantweek.com. Cheers to 30 years and our partners including Uber One, Society Insurance, and Stella, the official beer of DFW Restaurant Week.
Picture this. Today's your kid's birthday and you're on magician duty. But today's also car shopping day. Sounds about as easy as getting your kid to eat their entire lunch, right? Not with Amazon Autos. With Amazon Autos, you can car shop from pretty much anywhere. Just pick out your car online and pick it up at the dealership. It's that simple. No haggling, no surprises, no weekend up in smoke. So you can spend more time on making magic. Amazon Autos. Add car to cart. Visit Amazon.com/autos.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Chaba here, my good friends over at QC Kinetics. You know, when your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. Do your homework. Remember, once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. Get it done without surgery, without steroids, without downtime. A second opinion from QC Kinetics. So whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics. I've done it myself. Back in 2021, right elbow, right shoulder, left elbow, left shoulder pain. It got to the point I could barely grip a water bottle, doing any kind of outdoor activity, baseball, golf, working out, hanging with the kids, doing whatever, right? Getting dressed was a pain. QC Kinetics. No drugs, no steroids, no surgery, no downtime. I was healed within 2 sessions. 972-972-8610. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Grapevine, QC Kinetics. 972-972-8610.
Hi, it's Michaela to tell you at Boomer Jacks, now it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, we think you deserve a break. 2 means $2 domestic drafts every day until 2 a.m. And 3 is for $3 Dos Equis days because 2 is always better than 1.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Hey, Tolo, Sean, and RJ here with the greatness of base power. You know, most Texans don't know what they're paying for electricity, and if you don't know your rate, you're probably overpaying. And Base Power found that 7 to 10 Texans are on the wrong plan. Switch to Base Energy, one low fixed rate.
You could save more than 15% on your monthly bill. They'll even cover up to $150 in cancellation fees. See how much you could save at basepowercompany.com/thefan. That's basepowercompany.com/thefan.
At Idea Public Schools, students are prepared not just for graduation, but for what comes next. Because when students are challenged and supported, bright futures follow. Bright futures begin at Idea Public Schools. Learn more at ideapublicschools.org.
Sponsored by Idea Public Schools.
DFW Restaurant Week is celebrating 30 years. Stella Artois, our official beer, is inviting you to enter the Stella Artois sweepstakes for a chance to win dinner at one of the participating restaurants. For the details, please visit dfwrestaurantweek.com. Stella Artois, a taste worth more.
This segment is brought to you
20 with the G-Bag Nation. This is the place for Rangers coverage right here on The Fan.
This segment is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, the #1 Chevy dealership in the world 3 years straight. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive based on new Chevrolet registrations 2023 through 2025.
Thanks, Gavin. Chris Arnold, Fred Davis. This is 105.3 The Fan, home of the Rangers, home of the Cowboys. And joining us right now, Fred,
The one, the only hip-hop connoisseur himself. Yeah, buddy, all up in your face. The one, the only, Mr. Matt Hicks.
Hicksy,
you said something last night during the broadcast, and of course, right now we're going through it. And I mean, no, and I say it in a great way. I am a president of the Hicksy fan club, but you said something in the post. Actually, it was a post game, and I thought this was. I mean, I'm with you 100% on this. That. The conversation going into the postseason would be, hey, you got DeGrom, you got Evo, anything's possible. And you said last night, I don't know that necessarily teams are going to fear those two with the way they're pitching right now. What are you seeing from these two, especially on back-to-back nights against these Astros?
Well, I think it's, I don't want to make it sound too simple, but I think it is simply a matter of both of those guys did not have their usual command. Mm-hmm. And when they missed, they were missing, pretty much near the middle of the strike zone. So, when you're talking about a good hitting team like Houston, you might be able to get away with a handful of mistakes, but if you make enough mistakes in the zone, they're going to get to you. And that's what's happened to both of those guys here the last 2 days.
So, Hicksy, we know the Astros, just look at the numbers. They own the Rangers. They have for a long time. Rangers haven't won a season against them, a season series against them since 2017 or something like that. But the point I'm trying to make is they don't want to get swept. They're only a game and a half out. But I know everybody is like ticked off down there that they're not getting it done. A 4-game losing streak can do that to you, but it's the damn Astros. Can you talk about the mood and how people are fighting through all that and trying to be professional about it, but also knowing that the trade deadline is tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, so the trade deadline is coming up, and no one in the clubhouse here, right now, you're not talking about front office people. No one in the clubhouse here has any control over any of that. So just like these guys will say, you can only control what is right in front of you. Mm-hmm. They're worried about today's game. What can I do, to win a ball game here today? So that's where their concentration is. And when you think about, fans ride the roller coaster, right? You've lost the first 2 here in Houston. You've lost 4 in a row. Oh my gosh, the world's falling apart. But in reality, if you win today's game, well, now you're just a half game behind Houston, and there's 50 more games to go. So you've got the Astros, you've got the Rangers, you've got the Mariners tightly bunched, atop what obviously has been a very weak American League West. But any one of those teams, and right now the Astros are the hottest, having won 9 of their last 10, any of those teams can go on a great run here somewhere in the final 50 games of the season and win this division. So you can't look at it like, okay, well, we may not add any really big pieces. This is who we are. Oh, woe is us. What can we do? Well, what you can do is play good baseball. And so that's what they're going to concentrate on. And like I said, I think your mindset and your attitude will be completely different if the Rangers win this game here today.
Matt Hicks joining us, talking all things Texas Ranger baseball. And then, of course, if you handle your business today, and how crazy is it to suggest, especially considering the way Evo and DeGrom pitch, that you're looking at possibly, Kamar Rocker as your stopper today, considering he's come off probably the 2 best performances of his young career so far.
Yeah, he has had his last 2 starts have been very good. And then when you think about it, all of his starts in the month of July, sometimes the schedule just works out this way, were at home, where traditionally he has been a better pitcher. But if you take a look back in late June, his last 2 starts in the month of June were on the road, and they were both very good outings. So he's kind of turned it around here. I want to say, I don't have it in front of me, but I want to say his last 3 or 4 road starts, he's been pretty good. So I think he has, at least for me, he's kind of shed that label of guy who's dominant at home, can't figure it out on the road. With what he's done in his last 4 road starts, I think that, we're thinking about what he's done recently and how good he has been. And he certainly is the kind of guy who can be a stopper here today. Speaking of turning it around, Evan Carter has been looking great this past month. Can you talk about how well he's been playing and hitting and what Skip likes about what he's doing? Well, one of the things I think that we saw yesterday that's an indicator that Skip has more confidence in him at the plate is that he got 2 plate appearances against left-handed pitching.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
One of them he drew a walk. I think it was to load the bases, and the other one he did make an out. But he just looks more comfortable at the plate. And of course, for a lefty against a lefty, one of the things you're looking for is that they're staying in the box. They're not flying open. They're keeping that front shoulder in. And a lot of times they're looking, to go the other way. But he's been more comfortable at the plate. I think he's confident in his swing right now. He's hitting line drives, which, if you think back to the 2023 postseason, that's what Evan was doing. He was hitting line drives all over the place. So right now he's obviously very good against right-handed pitching, but I think Skip and the staff feel like, he's comfortable enough that they don't have to take him out for a pinch hitter necessarily in the middle of a ball game. Now, today it's going to be a little bit different, and Carter is in the starting lineup today. We just got a chance to see the starting lineup, but he's only one of 4 lefties in the starting lineup against the right-hander Peter Lambert. Lambert has severe reverse splits. So Lambert has been dominant against left-handed hitters, and so the fact that Evan Carter is going to be in the lineup against Lambert, I think, is another indicator that the staff feels like Evan's in a really good spot right now at the plate. But like you would expect Nicky Lopez to be in the lineup, but he's not. Nicky has played in 45 consecutive games. He's been hitless, I think, over his last 5. So I think maybe he needs a break. And again, the clubhouse just opened. We haven't had a chance to go in there and talk with anybody. But I think that's probably the case. Nicky just getting a day plus the severe reverse splits for Lambert. And Alejandro Osuna is not on the starting lineup either. So Skip's got 4 lefties, 5 righties in there, hoping that the righties certainly can do some damage against Lambert.
You mentioned already that that we're a little over a day away from the trade deadline. I'm going to ask you about the Tariq Skubal deal here in just a second, but you just wonder, and during this 4-game skid, this team is 3 for 28 with runners in scoring position during this 4-game slide. Obviously the Friday night game against the Astros notwithstanding. I mean, outside of that, you've lost everything by a run or the close game, against Tampa Bay. Do you think that will factor into? I mean, we know this team needs a bat, but timely hitting. It just feels like every time this team has a 3 or 4 or 5 game slide, it's the same thing every time. Where it's like, look, they're in the mix, but it's just for whatever reason they just can't get timely hits with runners in scoring position. Will that weigh into their thinking for tomorrow?
You know what? I don't know. One thing's for sure is that with CY and his staff, they're not going to take things off the table, right? They're going to field phone calls. They're going to listen to everything. But I think one of the good things about CY and his staff is that they have, and of course they're not going to tell anybody, but they have in their mind a plan for what they want to execute. And, again, this trade getting Chase Silseth is one of those deals that, does it help now? Yes. Will it help for the next 2-3 years? Yes, as well. And the Rangers under CY have done those types of deals. So I don't think you should think about it in the way of, well, have they decided that they're buyers? Have they decided that they're sellers? They've decided that if something makes sense and will improve the ball club both now and in the future, then it's something worth pursuing. So I think that's kind of the way to look at it. Not just do we need another bat? When you think about it, and you're right, it's one of the things that wasn't discussed in the loss yesterday is that the Rangers once again did not really perform with men in scoring position. That's been the case this entire road trip.
Yeah.
And in a 1-run loss, if you just got one key hit here or there, well, maybe you win that game yesterday, even with DeGrom not being at his best. Even with your relievers perhaps not performing at their best, whatever it is. That was a big part of the reason why the Rangers lost yesterday. And you think about, look, Josh Young is on the injured list. Well, Josh has not only been one of your best hitters this year, he's also been one of your best hitters with men in scoring position. So, you're still missing his bat in the lineup, especially when you take a look at games like yesterday.
Okay, speaking of guys who were injured, Corey Seager came back. It's only been 2 games. I asked this about Jared Sandler yesterday. We had him on. What does Corey Seager look like to you right now, based upon you've watched him as your entire Rangers career for him?
Well, I'll tell you this. Here, these last 2 games, I like the way his swing looks. There have been some times this season where he looked a little robotic at the plate, but to me here in Houston, he's looked kind of free and easy. His swing, he looks comfortable. He's made really good contact. He's got 3 hits in the series, and he looks like he can do some damage. So, he's obviously he's been on the injured list. You don't expect him to be at 100%, right away coming back, but I think he probably at the plate looks as close to 100% as you can get. Now, in the field, it looked like he was being perhaps a little bit careful with his movements, both to his left and to his right. So I wouldn't put him close to 100% in terms of his defense right now. But I really do like his swing, and obviously the Rangers need his bat in the lineup.
Yes, they do. Here's a factoid that Jared gave us yesterday, which is why I've always talked about the health of this team. That's why their record is what it is. They've played 111 games, and Corey Seager and Wyatt Langford have only played together 27 times.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It is. That's only 25% of your games.
Yeah.
That's your bats.
Yep, and you need those guys in the lineup. And guys, and we've had guys that have been able, like Ezekiel Duran has been terrific this season, right? Both offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
And Evan Carter's been coming around here the last couple of weeks. If you get a 100% Corey Seager going, if Wyatt Langford stays healthy, Josh Young gets back into the lineup,
changes everything.
He can certainly make a move.
No, it absolutely does, and you, like you said, you just need those bats to come alive. Hicksy, enjoy the game today. Let's go get a dub. I got Rocker going 6 innings. Let's go get that dub down in H-Town.
Thanks, Hicksy.
Yes, definitely. Thanks.
There you have it. The one, the only, Mr. Matt Hicks. All right, coming up next, let's continue the conversations. We're going to talk a little Dallas Cowboys with veteran scribe, the one, the only, an OG in the business here in the DFW, Mr. Clarence Hill joins us next. Don't go anywhere. It's 105 The Fan.
When your friends say, "Hey, did you hear?" you can proudly say, "I heard it on the Fan," keeping you sports informed with some quality laughs along the way. Turn it on and leave it on. 105.3 The Fan, the Odyssey app, iHeartRadio app, and TuneIn app.
Summer is almost over, but your chance to become a millionaire isn't. Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant has already made 2 Lucky Rewards Club members millionaires this summer. And there's still $1 million prize left. Is it yours? Your final chance to bring home $1 million cash is on August 22nd. So play with your Rewards Club card to earn entries for the grand finale drawing. Get away to it all at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant, where millionaires are made.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
For all of our fan contest rules, go to 1053thefan.com/rules.
You know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Attention Fort Worth. Luxor Staffing is hiring hundreds of positions for a major new electronics manufacturer in the Alliance area, including roles for those with basic computer component knowledge, plus packing, loading, warehousing, and more. And the opportunity doesn't stop in Alliance. Luxor Staffing has hundreds of openings across the DFW Metroplex, so your next career move may be closer than you think. Weekly pay, great benefits, and start as soon as tomorrow. Visit LuxorStaffing.com today. That's LuxorStaffing.com.
They say age 40 is the new 20, and that's because guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s are walking around with the testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want the energy, drive, and libido of your younger self, go to Synergen X Testosterone and Weight Loss and tell them Sean for the Fans sent you. SynergenXHealth.com.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal. We got a big deal too, right, Mom? Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning, and here's how most HVAC companies run a summer special. They simply raise their book price, then advertise a big discount. There's never any real savings because the same company that created the price also created the discount. We do the opposite. We go find every factory and utility rebate available and apply them straight to our standard book price, the same price we charge year-round. Right now, 4 separate programs can be combined for up to $5,700 in savings. But don't take our word for it. Call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, because we provide comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of, and our techs don't work on commission. To see if you qualify, call us at 877-YOUR-HERO or schedule your free estimate online at ReliantAirConditioning.com and see how we've been gimmick-free since '83.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
It's a baseball weekend on 105.3 The Fan, presented by K-Post Roofing.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD-FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
An Odyssey sports station.
Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Hour number 3 of the program happening right now. Shout out once again to Matt Hicks from the Texas Rangers. Obviously, we're going to take him until about 12:30, hand it off to the Rangers broadcast team, and that game kicks off at 1 o'clock as Kamar Rocker takes the bump, looking to end the skid against the Houston Astros. That's a 3-time Hall of Famer Chris Arnold. We got Trap House Trevor. We got Gavin 3.0 in the mix. I'm Fred Davis. Let's jump out to the D&M Leasing Hotline. From Oxnard, California, no stranger to the grind, no stranger to Dallas Cowboys type things, the OG himself, Mr. Clarence Hill from All City, Dallas. And let's just jump right into it, Mr. Hill. First thing that's jumped off the page to you when you look at this Cowboys defense so far through 4 days versus what you've seen the past few seasons?
You know, it's a yin and a yang, right? Because Dak and the offense have been amazing. Dak looks like prime Romo in practice. He just pairing pitch and catch with his receivers, especially Pickens and Lamb. And the thing that we notice about defense is more about how they line up. You know, who's playing where. It's not like you're getting a lot of, like the secondary not really getting their hands on the ball. Okay? What we're excited about is Overshawn being out there, Overshawn calling the defense. We're excited about, I guess everybody's excited about Borham, the rookie, because I think, where he was picked, I don't know how many expectations were. There's so much talk about the linebacker, going to get extra linebacker. We're excited about him and what he's done. So as a Rocket, we had a fun first day. But it's not like there are no pads on, so you really don't get to see the presence of Quinn Williams and stuff like that. So, it's Crystal Parker talking trash. Certainly, them getting after, they're hustling to the ball, but the plays have been made often. Let's be honest about that.
Hey, sticking with the defense, Chill. Who's going to get the green dot this year? Is it going to be Jalen Thompson or is it going to be Agent Zero? I mean, which one? Or have they not made up their mind? Who's going to be down there quarterback?
Right now, it's been Overshown. But Jalen Thompson is really not even one. It's Overshown, but the guy in the secondary that has the green dot is Caleb Downs.
There you go.
It's Overshown and Caleb Downs, Shamar James, and Curtis Robinson who are practicing with the green dot right now. Jalen Thompson's not practicing with the green dot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Caleb Downs, this guy in the secondary rookie, which, everybody's impressed with Caleb Downs just because he's a rookie and so much has been thrust upon him. But don't have him cover CD in a slot.
CD got to turn him into a pretzel.
That's barbecue chicken.
That's right.
It's like, come on. And he does that to anybody. So, we're impressed with Downs, what he picks up. But again, there's not a lot of plays being made on defense.
Right, because Dak's in his bag.
Dak is the game has slowed down for him so much, and he's just playing pitch and catch. And pre-snap, post-snap, Dak throws the ball accurately, knows where to go with the ball, knows what he's doing. And Pickens is a fool. He's just ridiculous, and so is CD. And and then you add in Flournoy. Jadon Blue has really had a lot of big runs. They were the first team to have planned for him to play him with Javonte Williams. This coming from the speed factor shot. He talked about Blue and what he brings to the table against a defense that is stacked to stop CD and pick him on the outside. But now you got the speed guy come out the backfield, and so they can be very explosive. And I'm not going to leave out Phil Mumford because he looked as good as well. There's that Phil Mumford, Blue, Javonte Williams, could all be on the team.
So really that second, and I know a conversation, Chill, that's been had is who's going to be that running back 2, who's going to be that running back 3, and from all we've heard, it sounds like, hey, they feel good about the group they've got. Now, as you alluded to, we won't know everything until the pads come on, and so obviously that'll change things slightly. The tight end group is a group I've heard that outside of the first 2 guys hasn't really just jumped off the page just yet.
Who are your first 2 guys?
Spanford and Fergie.
Okay, I just want Spanford and Fergie. Yes, and so we're and that's what it's going to be. Who else do you expect to jump off the page from the tight end group?
Well, that's what we think they're going to play some 13 personnel, right? You got to have at least 3 tight ends. Somebody besides.
You got Schoonmaker if that's what you're going to do. But you're not. That's not.
Well, yeah, but everybody's waiting to get Scooney off this team, though. I thought that was, we've all been waiting on Scooney to take that next step.
Well, you got to have somebody to replace him, and then everybody was excited about Trigg, but Trigg's still a work in progress out of Baylor. I'm drafted free agent. The offense is pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. The offense is gaudy. We're not looking for a tight end to take the offense to the next level right now. Okay, I think that Spanford can do some things. He's big, 6'7". Dak talked about. The whole field is wide open. Because the seam balls are going to be back. Certainly, you got CD, and you got Pickens, you got Flo, and you got Blue, and you got. They feel very confident about the offense, what they can do in the offense. We're not going to belabor the third tight end.
All right. Hey, fair enough. Like I said, that was a conversation that's been had. Is Scooney the guy?
I'm not messing with you. I'm just saying, it's like, whether it's Schoon, whoever it is, but you like what you got from Jake. Certainly, you like the development of Spanford with his size. Certainly, he's like a left tackle out there blocking in the run game. When you add to that his growth as a pass catcher, and they like their group.
Fair.
Chill, on a week from Tuesday, on the 11th, is when the Rams or the Cowboys go down to the Rams training facility, and you're going to have some practice time together. Is this an opportunity? Broadus has talked about that he loves it because coaches can look at the starters versus starters as opposed to just a regular practice, and he says you get more out of it than even a preseason game because everybody's trying not to get hurt. And this, you're not worried about the quarterback getting hurt because he got the red shirt on and everybody else can get their work in. My question for you is, who can we, since the Rams are like Super Bowl contenders or favorites, who can we judge better? The Cowboys' offense and how well they look against, Myles Garrett and that defense, or the Cowboys' defense and how well they can hold up against Matthew Stafford?
Well, I mean, why do we have to pick? I mean, why do we have to pick? I mean, what you want is how does your left tackle look, right? Offensive. That's what they're focusing. We ain't worried about CD and Dak and those guys. And they're going to make plays against anybody.
Yeah.
Although the Rams did upgrade their secondary. But you want to know how Tyler Guyton is going to look. Okay, and that's really what you're focused on is Tyler Guyton on offense, right? That's a huge question. At left tackle is Tyler Guyton in question. And then, obviously, anytime the defense is on the field and going against another team, it's going to be like Tony Romo, Wisconsin. Did I pass that test? This defense passed it every. I mean, that's the theme of the season. Did I pass that test? The Cowboys, did they pass that test? Because it's tests. And yes, that's going to be huge. That Rams offense is going to be a huge test for Caleb Downs and the pass rush and the secondary and everybody. Did they pass that test? Did they pass that test? And will they say, I guess not, turn around. Come on.
Well, I guess not. Has anybody? Go ahead. What are you about to say?
He's laughing.
That's Romo's word, not mine.
Well, no, you ain't wrong about that. Hey, Romo's got plenty to worry about right now. Have any? And not to get in the weeds, but look, we know that like you said, GP's going to do his thing, CD's going to do his thing. I mean, from everything we've seen so far, Flournoy looks like he's ready to take that next step. Where are who's shuffled in wide receiver 4 right now? I'm guessing. Are we going to see less of Turpin in that wide receiver 4 role just from what you've seen so far early on?
Mingo's had a good camp. I mean, Turpin is Turpin. Turpin's a gadget guy.
100%.
The thing that Turpin brings to the table, you can't teach. I mean, that's speed. Whatever. And they have plans. Partial use offense. You have to have a vision for the player, right? They have a vision for how they want to use Turpin. And his speed dynamic. But Mingo's had a good camp.
Yeah.
And so they brought in Van der Scantling, excuse me.
Is he just a camp body?
Sound like it.
I don't know. I mean, he's an experienced receiver. He's an option. I mean, he drops too many passes for me, but he's
always been doing that. That's why he's on his 8th team in 3 years.
Yeah, but he's still getting opportunities because he's a veteran. He's done it before. And he is sitting home. People still bringing him in, and he's still playing, and you're talking about 4 or 5. You're not talking about him being 1 or 2.
Well, no, exactly.
As he was early in his career, so you're talking about 4 or 5. So that's what we're looking at, and so you got Mingo, you got Scanlon, you got Trayshawn Holds, and those guys, and Taylor. I guess the rookie 7th-round pick, which I don't think that's more of a practice squad option for me, but
yeah.
Again, with all due respect.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we got Pickens, we got CD, we got Slow. We not finna waste a whole lot of brain cells on the 5th receiver, are we?
But I want to waste the brain cell on the backup quarterback. Is it Sam? Is it going to be Sam Howell to me, or is Joe Milton really in the mix?
I mean, Joe Milton is he was the guy last year. I mean, Joe Milton has talent that Sam Howell doesn't have. Right?
Well, we know the arm.
We got the arm talent.
But Sam Howell damn near beat the Cowboys when he was with the Washington Commanders. You were there?
So I think it's more about Joe Milton losing a job and Sam Howell winning the job, right? I mean, because Sam Howell is what he is, right?
Right.
Joe Milton has the potential to be something more because of the talent. It needs to click. It needs to come together. The game needs to slow down for him. So it's more about Joe Milton. Is he ready to take the next step? Because we know they brought Sam Howell in because they know what he is. He's done it. He's been a starter. He's won, as you say. They know what he is. There's nothing about Sam Howell that's going to light your pants on fire in practice. Let's be honest about that. but he's an experienced guy who's done it.
By the way,
so you know that if something happened to Dak, you know you guys have done it. It's going to not make mistakes or whatever else. The question that you know, so it's just a matter of the game slowing down for Milton. You know, he's had a couple of good days of practice so far. He's taking the check down and not, you know, throwing the ball 100 miles an hour down the field all the time. But it's more about Joe Milton's growth, right?
Right.
And we know what Sam Howell is.
So does it look like he's grown? I mean, does Joe Milton look like he's any better of a quarterback this year than last year?
Again, we're talking about 2 days of practice.
Which I get. Trust me. Hey, trust me, I get it.
Yeah. No, yeah. We're talking about 2 days, and I think he's had some good practices. Yeah. He's taken. You know, the thing about Joe, like, you know, take the check down, take the easy money. You know, you don't have to be greedy all the time. You know, he still likes to pull the ball down and show the athleticism, which, you know, it's not Pee Wee football, that ain't gonna work. But but yeah, you know, take the check down. You know, he's grown, but it's a continued process. Let's see him in games.
Which one of the assistant coaches is really impressing you by either being hands-on, what you've seen in OTAs and mini camps and now in training camp, that you said, wait a minute, outside of, like I said, the coordinators, I'm talking about the assistant coaches, like, wow, this guy, he's a weapon.
You know, Christian Parker is the one everybody's watching, right?
Right.
He's talking trash.
Right.
He's
34.
He's doing one-on-ones with Caleb, you know, after practice and doing his thing, but Scott Simons, an SMU guy that's working with the linebackers, he's certainly doing one-on-one with Overshown to get him ready for that, and you see that, and that's there. B.T. Jordan, you know, with the pass for catches, Ryan Smith in the secondary. They got a lot of young coaches. You know, I call them. You remember the young guns? You know, you old enough to remember the movie The Young Guns, the old Western.
Yeah. Yep. Emilio Estevez and Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah. Christian Parker, the young guns on defense, man. That's what I call it. There's a lot of young guns coaching staff.
You talked about the defensive coaching staff. How does Shoddy look in year 2?
Yeah.
How does that?
In other words, he should be more aggressive.
How does that practice seem with him now?
Yeah.
Shoddy's comfortable. Shoddy's cool. You know, Shoddy's Shoddy. You know, he's laid back. You know, but let's be honest, there's pressure on Shoddy.
Absolutely.
You have a losing record in year 1. You can't have a losing record in year 2.
No.
You can't really go one and done. I mean, you're gonna be on the hot seat. It's time to, you know.
Now with this talent,
perform. You make all these moves. You change all the defensive coaches. You know, so you fight the defense coach last year, right? You try to do defense coaches, then, you know, the eyeballs on you now if you don't get it done.
Does he seem more confident? I mean, it felt like last year he was just happy to get the job. This year, does it feel like he seems like he's supposed to be there?
I mean, I think he's very comfortable in his skin. Yeah, he's confident. He feels good. He has the support of the ownership, support of the GM. You know, they allowed him to pick his coaches. Yeah, he's confident. He feels good. How can you not be confident when you got Dak Prescott a quarterback?
Well, that certainly helps, too. And like you said, he's looking great in all the clips.
And he's the play caller. I mean, you know,
well, that doesn't hurt either.
Before we let you get out of here real quick, Chill, what do the crowds look like this year so far? It's only been a few days, but, you know, we saw lines on the videos.
Yeah. So during the week, it was light. It was the biggest crowd was yesterday for the opening ceremony. It was the stands were packed. And that's how it's been lately. Back in the olden days, it was packed every day. Mm-hmm. But it's really only packed on the weekends now. But the fans were excited, and Jerry was excited about the fans. It was a good crowd yesterday for the opening day of camp and practice. And again, that's really the only weekend practice this week because they're off today. But yeah, the crowds are good. It's been normal.
Real quick, obviously, when Jerry did his, kind of pressure to kick things off, the Max Crosby scuttlebutt went to, the buzz built back up. Then Jordan Brooks' name was thrown out there. Now, one of your colleagues, Nick Harris, came out and said, no, it didn't look like that's going to be the case. What are you hearing as far as any scuttlebutt as to any additions that may or may not be made during training camp or before the season starts?
Yeah, I've had the same stuff. I mean, Jordan Brooks, I talked to people in Miami. I talked to Jordan Brooks' agent, who was Eric Burkhart, who's out of Dallas. He used to be Johnny Manziel's agent, Coach Bro's agent. And they don't see anything going with that at all.
Okay.
Talked to Stephen Jones. He said there's nothing on the front burner. They're not, certainly they're looking. They talked to the guys on the fan on Friday, the Friday. He said, we're actively looking, but he told me nothing's on the front burner. Nothing's imminent, at all, as far as adding somebody to the roster. But they're trying. They're still looking. Certainly, they looking at pass rush help. They're still looking at linebacker help. One thing about the linebacker help, and everybody keeps talking about the linebacker. They've been very impressive, Barham. And I don't know if before they thought that obviously he's a rookie draft pick. I don't know if they knew what they exactly had in him, how quickly he was going to catch on. But he's been getting a lot of first team reps.
Right.
with Overshow.
Right.
And so they like his growth, but he's still a rookie.
Is Jadeveon Clowney a no-go?
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney does not fit with their scheme. I don't think. I mean, they've had Clowney, and we've talked about this. I don't think he fits Christian Parker's scheme. And yes, they like what he did. They like what he brought.
Sure.
None against him.
They don't think his skill set, his athleticism fits what they want at that edge rusher position.
Fair enough.
Simple.
Fair enough. Clarence, what you got working on?
Hey man, it's a day off. I'm going to church, and we're gonna start it back up tomorrow.
That sounds like a plan. All right, Chill. Appreciate you, man, as usual.
Okay.
Enjoy your Sunday, big man. Appreciate you as always.
And by the way, today is also the day that Sean, RJ, and Bobby heading out there. And so is G-Bag Nation.
G-Bag Nation's on their way out there as well. I might have to fire off a text to one of these yahoos and see what the latest and greatest is on when they're going to be there and all that good stuff. So, all right. You know what time it is, boys and girls. It's time for some good news. What you got in the hopper for us, Mr. Trap House Trevor?
I got some bad news, and I'm going to wrap in some good news about a sport that Dallas fell in love with over the summer.
Love to hear. A little good news coming up next. That's CA. I'm Fred. This is One About the Band.
Tolo means turn it on and leave it on. Thank you for making 105.3 The Fan and the Odyssey app part of your day every day.
Hey, Tolo's RJ Chop here. My good friends over at Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Promo code RJ. 10% off your first month when you use Blue Chew Gold and the promo code RJ. But it is time. It's time for a little bit of real talk. It's time to up your game. You want a PED for the bedroom, and that is Blue Chew and Blue Chew Gold. You are going to go from average to savage. Let me tell you what Blue Chew Gold is. It's a 4-in-1 upgrade. It targets your body and your brain. Most blue pills just focus on the blood flow. And listen, you gotta have blood flow. But Blue Chew Gold goes further, enhances arousal, desire, connection, total performance. It's physical and mental. It dissolves right under your tongue. Starts working in as little as 15 minutes. You're going to turbocharge your love life. You're going to go from average to savage with Blue Chew Gold. Ladies, tell your man, BlueChew.com, promo code RJ, 10% off your first month's order. You're going to become a trophy husband. You're going to get your confidence back. And your little fella feeling big again.
Hot, crispy, fresh off the grill. The kind of food you smell before it even hits the table. And when that first bite hits, you already know what comes next. Pepsi. Because bold flavor deserves a refreshing finish. Food deserves Pepsi.
Dig into bold Texas flavor with the burrito tacos at Hurtado Barbecue. Damn good Tex-Mex barbecue.
Hey, Tolos. You know AMCO has been fixing transmissions for over 60 years. From routine maintenance and brakes to transmissions and everything in between, AMCO is the place for all your car care needs. With 9 locally owned and operated centers serving Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Plano, Denton, Carrollton, and Euless. Check out DFWAMCO.com and ask about AMCO's easy payment plan options. That's AAMCO. Transmissions and a whole lot more.
If you're unable to care for your baby, there are safe options to protect you both. You can confidentially surrender your unharmed infant at any hospital, EMS, or fire station. Visit BabyMosesHotline.com. Sponsored by the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services.
Hi, it's Michaela at Boomer Jacks. Wish your dollar could go a little farther? Me too. Join us as we are throwing it back to $2 domestics and $3 Dos Equis every day until 2 a.m. Bring your +1, and we'll see you at Boomer Jacks.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. An official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Attention Fort Worth. Luxor Staffing is hiring hundreds of positions for a major new electronics manufacturer in the Alliance area, including roles for those with basic computer component knowledge, plus packing, loading, warehousing, and more. And the opportunity doesn't stop in Alliance. Luxor Staffing has hundreds of openings across the DFW Metroplex, so your next career move may be closer than you think. Weekly pay, great benefits, and start as soon as tomorrow. Visit LuxorStaffing.com today. That's LuxorStaffing.com.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Chop here. My good friends over at Zerez. How's that carpet look? Is it clean, environmentally safe, and healthy for your home? No, it's not. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's musty. You know, summer air should feel fresh, not full of dust, allergens, and whatever winter has left behind in your vents. Your air ducts are the lungs of your home, and if they're dirty, you're breathing it in every day. Zerez, backed by over thousands of Google reviews and a 4.9 rating, can get your air ducts clean. $75 off air duct cleaning right now. 214-37-CLEAN or ZerezDallas.com.
Quick, your favorite memory of a Wednesday. Exactly. Now imagine it's Wednesday afternoon. You're at the ballpark, Rangers baseball, hot dogs for $1. Yeah, things are looking up for Wednesday. The San Francisco Giants are coming to battle the Rangers August 3rd through the 5th. That's Monday, Tuesday, and yes, Wednesday afternoon. Time to make midweek memories. Tickets at Rangers.com. All for Texas.
This segment on 105 Through the Fan is brought to you by the Frankels. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first. 214-817-333-3333. With Frankel & Frankel, there's never an out-of-pocket cost, and they only get paid when you win. Frankel & Frankel, the go-to car truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Shout out to my boy Joe Shepard from ABC Building Supply out there doing the damn thing on a Sunday morning. He's a big-time Tolo, listens to all the shows here on 105 Through the Fan, bebopping around on a Sunday morning. So shout out to Joe getting his Tolo on a Sunday morning, checking out the Clarence Hill interview as well. So it's a day off today. Now, do pads, they got to start, what, tomorrow, I'm guessing? Monday or Tuesday?
You would think.
All right, we'll text Broadus and find out when the pad's got to be coming on tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah, so at some point they got to have some real practice.
Just because that way we can stop saying, we can stop qualifying everything.
Right.
Once they put the pads on, there's no more. Hey, we're gonna find out.
Slobber knocker.
We're gonna see who's for real and who's masquerading. So
I think they start with the Rams tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow when that thing kicks off?
No. That's Tuesday the 11th. They go down to the Rams facility, and that's when they have.
I was gonna say, I figure they
joint practice. They also go to do one with the Saints a couple of weeks later, like on the 18th, and that's when it's kind of not a reunion, but you got old boys coaching the Saints now.
Oh, Kellen Moore. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, it kind of is. Yeah, I mean,
he's back. He's Cowboys offense coordinator forever.
Yeah, no, that'll be interesting to see. So, and they've got an interesting team. The New Orleans Saints do. That wide receiver room leaves a lot to be desired. Chris Olave just got a new deal, and Tyler Shuck, I think, for as much
with his old self,
people had some questions about him coming out, rightfully so. I mean, look, he's damn near Trevor's age, and actually, he might be. I want to say he's Gavin's age. Because Gavin, aren't you 25? There you go. I mean, and which is old.
What's Gavin's last name?
Moritz.
Okay.
Gavin Moritz.
Because a lot of people listen, they're thinking about Dawson or Spittle. We're talking about 3.0.
There's Gavin 3.0. I might just start calling him Gmo.
Yeah, that way.
Just for bleeps and grins. We might start. I might call him Gmo. All right, we'll see. What are you about to say, bro? Say something.
I'm not saying nothing.
Nah, you're
shaking it off.
You're kikiing, as Blake would say.
Listen, I can't be sparking any. I can't be getting anybody riled up.
No, I'm not riled up today. I've already been cursed out at the 682 because I have an Astros tattoo.
No, I like Gmo.
And he said that. What did he tell me? He said that get him off the fan. Because apparently, I guess you can't have tattoos or have an Astros tattoo if you
can't have Astros tattoos.
Yeah.
Trevor.
That's
in the words
man.
of Fred Davis. What are you asking?
What are you asking? What are you asking? Seriously. All right, it's time for some good news.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. Fred, I'm so mad at you because I'm doing your impression of my impression, and it's making me mad.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, I got some good news.
Just means
for
I
you
care.
guys today.
Just means I care.
And I appreciate it.
Means I care.
I honestly love hearing it because it makes me smile.
There you go.
It genuinely makes me smile. You guys got any good news going on? Anything noteworthy? Let me say that, noteworthy, because I got some interesting stuff. I'm going to remind us all of what we fell in love with over the summer, because there's going to be some stuff hitting the fan real soon in FIFA.
Soccer was a summer of love. Yeah.
It really was. And it's funny you bring
World
that up
Cup
because I went to, shout out to our girl Stephanie Blumenthal. We went to the Atletico Dallas event on Friday night.
Sick invite.
Chicharito.
Oh, man.
Chicharito.
You got to get him on the air.
Well, he's already been on the KNC Masterpiece.
This show.
Well, he's a hard get. He's
what you can do.
But I'll tell you who we're going to get. The head coach of Atletico Dallas, Peter Luchin, who, number one, me and him could have talked for an hour Friday night. I had a incredible time talking soccer with him just because, I mean, this dude's played at the highest levels. He's coached at the highest levels, and you know, it's one thing to talk basketball and football, but to talk a sport that you don't know a lot about and to have him kind of, wax poetic about why Spain beat France, what the difference was between Spain and France and just how they beat the brakes off of Argentina. Expert level. We're going to get him on a Sunday because that way you can chime in as well and get some of that good soccer loving that you love to get so much.
Hey yo, take me out to dinner first.
Peter Luchin, that's the best I can do.
Hey, all right. So basically, leading into soccer talks, have you guys heard anything going on with FIFA?
Yeah, that they're trying to
they
hijack.
shut it down. No, they shut it down.
Well, they did shut it down, but leading to that, they were trying to get $20 billion.
So they were trying to privatize specifically the World Cup. So imagine if the Super Bowl. So if Goodell was trying to sell the Super Bowl and privatize it to somebody else and just say, "Hey, this is
how dare they?
We're gonna exactly. I mean, legitimately, and that's so a lot of the UEFA, which is the European Confederation. So our CONCACAF.
That's the North America.
That is the whole North America and the Caribbean and all the different things. So
Trinidad and Tobago.
Everybody say
exactly.
hell no.
I mean, it's literally
Hell no.
I don't know. They put it in the article that I'm going to read here in a second, but it's a list of things.
Well, it's over now because they're not going to do it.
Exactly.
He backed off.
What happened here is Infantino. What's his first name? Gianni Infantino. Yeah. He's Spanish, maybe there's I don't know. Spain played phenomenal. They deserved every bit of what they wanted here. So this is what his quote is. So they offered it was a $20 billion offer to privatize the FIFA World Cup, and then
money if you can get
teams are going to be able to get. I think they were going to give them not teams.
It was like $100 million each out of that $20 billion. I looked at that whole story because I'm this is so outrageous.
It's crazy.
But they squashed it. Because it was so outrageous.
But here, I'll be honest, just real quick. I thought the FIFA was already privatized.
No, it's not privatized, but they're already making crazy money.
I was going to say.
I mean, they're making so much money. That's why there's no need to privatize.
Yeah, it's just a money grab.
Thank you. That's all it was.
Think of it like, and this for me this is the best description. Like the NCAA is over college football. Like so, they run the That's what FIFA is. They are over kind of the organization over. Yeah. All of football everywhere,
right?
And so they were trying.
Nobody listens to him.
Exactly. So,
by the way, they say he's Italian. He's not Spanish.
Oh, he's Italian. I could have swore Jet and I looked it up.
Oui.
So I got to come after Jet.
He's European. Leave it at that.
Did you just wee from Italian?
That's French, man.
That's almost as bad as me saying
I don't know. I don't know. What do you? What's yes in Italian? 877-881-105. Is it C?
C.
C.
C. Yeah, it's just C. It's almost like Spanish. Yeah.
French is oui.
So this is what Infantino said because they had a coup. They came after him. So this is what.
That's also French, isn't it?
A coup? I think so.
Coup d'etat. That's
Maybe
French.
coup de grace. Yeah, there's.
We're out of control.
Coup d'etat, not de grace.
Well, the coup de grace is the killing one, like the final blow, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Je ne comprends pas.
It's some guy. See,
Je m'appelle.
I'm getting to my omelette de fromage. That's all I got. Thanks, Daxter's Laboratory. A cheese omelet. So Infantino said, having listened carefully to all the views, it has become clear that the project has created division of a nature that, regardless of the level of support, are no longer in the interest and the objectives set out to be in the first place. Our purpose has always been and will always be to unite and improve. As a result, this proposal will not be proceeded. So,
okay, good.
So again, he's basically because he had, I want to say, his CFO quit. His president quit.
Oh, everybody's done
like they
with
resigned. Like they left. They said that we're not going to do this.
Europe said we're not in.
Exactly. And UEFA, which I have the quotes from them right here. So because there's a lot of talk about him not being the president anymore.
Oh yeah.
So you had all the stuff. I can't remember.
There's
his
rumors
name.
that he's going to the UN. Seriously.
Which I mean, I don't know. Everybody's in bed with him over there. I don't know what's going on over there, but. This is the UEFA leader, so the president of UEFA, which is the European Federation. The current FIFA leadership has not lost UEFA's confidence, or has not only lost UEFA's confidence, but also many other members of the football family. So they're basically saying, we don't trust this guy to be able to do what we ask him to do.
See, they got greedy after the Summer of Love here in North America, talking about Canada, Mexico, and the United States, where everything went right. Everything was.
It was good. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful World Cup.
Everything worked out great, and then old boy got greedy.
You got Fred interested in soccer because of this World Cup.
But I do watch the World Cup.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
But I am geeked. But I watch it every 4 years.
Yeah, but then you went and had a conversation with Atletico Dallas's.
I did.
Coach and wanted to get him on like radio. Like 100%. That's a beautiful thing. So again, I'm hyper excited about this by getting him out. I say turning this bad news thing into good news, because do I think we're going to get another president that wants to not make FIFA corrupt? Who knows? But if the entire world, because they basically are talking about how the entire world of soccer is, they were going to boycott. They're like, listen, we're not going to play in the World Cup.
You won't have countries.
This is a world game. This is not just for us to make money off of it. This is for everybody to be able to accept it and enjoy it. And if you privatized it, we talked about how prices were awful. Now they ended up lightening up, obviously, but how
not
bad?
By much.
Well, I mean,
let's not pretend like it was.
Totally, you're absolutely right. That's totally fair. But it turned from negative talk on pricing to how awesome America and North America did at
we definitely got a dub as a country.
Yes,
it absolutely was
huge success. And in North Texas in particular, it was like just for Arlington alone, I think they had like a $20 million economic impact for Arlington, just Arlington. The whole Dallas-Fort Worth area, I think they were saying like $2 billion.
Yeah, the numbers are crazy. Like they made.
Crazy money.
$9.6 billion or something like that.
Didn't FIFA collect a lot of that though?
No. We say economic.
Oh, okay, I got you. The immediate economic.
Right,
regional
we're talking
impact.
about hotels,
okay, I got you.
Cars,
hotel, motels,
restaurants, Holiday Inn.
There you go.
Yeah, take a friend.
You know.
So it's just I'm excited to see if something changes, something turns.
Well, didn't he say right afterwards too that he wanted to expand the field too, like from 48 to 64?
Greed. Just greed.
And I'll say this.
I don't have a problem with that.
I could live with that.
I think 48 was okay. I did think the games earlier suffered a little bit because at a certain point you're not playing for anything. So you're gonna have. But I thought so too. But you see games from the Cape Verde goalie. Like you see, how the heck does he get 17 saves versus Spain? Like
Cape Verde showed out.
There's all these different kinds of little stories that you see when you see first-time teams, which is heartwarming. And for a nation, like for small nations that have, less than what Louisville has as a population, like that's a huge deal for those teams, and be able to earn that money to come back home, and then you see people getting excited. So that kind of stuff is exciting, but I think you have to be careful, because then it turns into March Madness, which y'all know.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, nothing's wrong with
God forbid turning it into March Madness.
Yeah, of course. Having half the entire nation be into it. You're right. Yeah, but what do I know?
You mean you're talking about participant wise?
Yeah. Who needs 69 teams?
He sounds like he's trying to be soccer elite.
You realize there's 300 college basketball programs that are quote unquote eligible for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and so half of them getting into the tournament's great.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there was 150 teams that were eligible for the NCAA tournament.
They tried to move it to 114.
Yeah.
See, I don't expect North Texas people to understand college basketball.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because of the tundras of Topeka, my Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
exactly right.
Oh, yeah, because Bill Self is just, he's...
I'm sorry, we 4 years removed from a national championship. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry, what?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
You don't even know who the head coach of SMU is.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me connect the
Brett
dots.
Lashley.
Trevor, let me connect the conspiracy dots for you on this. You expand the field. Where did we say Infantante's from? He's from Italy?
Sure.
Expand the field. Italy makes it this time. They didn't make the cut.
They didn't make the cut.
Right?
They made the cut 3 years in a row.
Yeah, we'd have been okay with that.
I'm
Italy
just
making
trying
it.
to tell you.
No, Italy stinks.
Are they top 10? At least I saw that on the FIFA rankings.
They're good, and let them get eliminated.
No,
then. Put them in there and let them get eliminated tonight.
They're not a top 10 team. No,
it's not even about that. It's about, I'm telling you, if
it's
you
about
want to
getting more teams, but I don't want more Italy's. Well, that's not true, because Italy they were good.
Trying to say,
and this is what I'm saying, where I agree, where like you get these small teams and it's beautiful, and I think it's great.
You just want to put a limit on it.
I think you have to be careful, because
it's got to be under Trevor's rules.
There's only so many Cinderellas. You can only have one Cinderella. There's only so many glass slippers that you can put on, because
Italy's
everybody
15th,
else's feet is ugly.
Italy was 15th. In the final, in the current FIFA rankings,
that's tough because they didn't even make the World Cup.
Okay, bro. Look, don't hate the player, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, I'm just telling you, FIFA's got Italy 15th. Okay,
well,
call your boy Infantino.
That FIFA's having
Tell Infantino.
Trevor, in the word of Fred Davis.
What are you asking then? Seriously,
what are you even asking?
Spain's number 1, by the way.
Yep, of course they better be. I mean,
Spain's number 1.
Can you guess who number 3 is?
France.
England.
Look at you.
Oh, France?
England's 4th, though.
Okay.
Because Argentina would be 2nd, right?
Yep.
Check out the big brain on Trevor.
It's just obvious. It's literally
Argentina.
The top 4. We're in the top 4.
I'll give you $1 if you can tell me who number 7 is.
Belgium.
Oh, you were close. They were 8th.
Norway.
No.
Nope. Brazil.
Nope. Norway was
England.
19th.
No, England's
we've
4th.
already said England.
No, England's 3rd. They should be 3rd.
No,
England's 4th.
Portugal.
Yeah. Portugal? What's going on? This is the Strait of Jabroni?
Gilbatrar.
Yeah, the Strait of Gilbatrar.
Portugal. I just like to pronounce
I know, it's beautiful. Anyway, I just wanted to say that this is good news, because, again, there's going to be change. Now, again, will it be positive?
We won't go.
Who knows? I hope it is, but I want to see positive things for FIFA, because I think we had a beautiful summer.
We did. It was fun. It was fun.
It was.
Agreed. So anyway, like I always say, good people don't need to be told what's good. They just need to be reminded. So thanks a lot, guys.
7?
Love y'all.
Portugal.
I just wanted to say crazy.
Portugal. You got me. You almost got me. All right, you know what time it is. Where are you taking us?
Stories Confidential. If you're on the Twitch and YouTube, what does this tie-dye T-shirt have to do with Spider-Man? Next on 105.3 The Fan.
Relax and let Kroger Delivery handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then carefully pack your order in our refrigerated trucks. And our cool trucks keep your food fresh right to your door. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Delivery. Get free delivery during online deal days, plus $30 off your first online order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS4KIDS. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS4KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Divorce, foreclosure, loss of a loved one, life hits hard, and IRS problems often follow. You didn't ask for this, but you do have options. I'm Dallas tax attorney Nick Namath. At the law offices of Namath and Flores, we focus specifically on helping people like you resolve IRS wage levies, bank levies, and even unfiled returns. We help taxpayers fight back legally and aggressively. IRS problems don't go away on their own, so call the law offices of Namath and Flores today at 972-484-0829 or visit myirsteam.com.
It's your turn to cook, but you've also got car shopping to do. Sounds like a lot. Not with Amazon Autos. What you see is what you pay. Shop online, pick it up at the dealership, so you can stay in chef mode. Amazon Autos.
Visit Amazon.com/autos.
DFW Restaurant Week is here. Unforgettable menus, the best dining experience ever, and it all benefits Lena Pope and North Texas Food Bank. Visit DFWRestaurantWeek.com to view menus and secure your table.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
I've been able to resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 972-972-8610. That's 972-972-8610. 972-972-8610.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, Tolo, Sean, and RJ here with the greatest of base power. You know, summer in Texas means the AC is running, and your energy bill goes up. And while we can't control the weather, we can choose our energy plans. Base Power found that 7 in 10 Texans are overpaying for electricity. That's why they built Base Energy, one low fixed rate built to save you money. Switch to Base and they'll cover up to $150 in cancellation fees. See how much you can save at basepowercompany.com/thefan. That's basepowercompany.com/thefan.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Working the phones, at the practices, and covering the biggest events, we call it the Fan Difference. The more you listen, the more you know when you turn it on and leave it on. The Fan.
This segment is brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. If you're in the market to upgrade your vehicle, get to Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, the #1 Chevy dealership in the world, 3 years straight. They've got more new Chevys than anyone, all priced to sell. Visit ClassicChevrolet.com. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive based on new Chevrolet registrations 2023 through 2025.
All right, welcome back in. Let's jump right into it. You know what time it is.
Let's see. Stories
Cue that music.
Well, that's Gavin back there. He's trying to learn. Trevor, help him out. It's
got
okay. We're all good.
We got Gmo working.
But I want to thank you first, Fred. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Autotolos, for allowing me to share some of these crazy and interesting stories
100%.
over a wonderful career and Cowboys in training camp. And it reminded me of this T-shirt. If you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube,
there you are.
I'm wearing this T-shirt, and I was actually telling Gavin and Trevor a little earlier that back in the day when the Cowboys were in training camp in Thousand Oaks, when I've covered the Cowboys in training camp 36 years. I mean, so way back in 1980 was the first time. And John Wooden, the great coach for UCLA, he would have a kids camp, a basketball camp, and Bill Walton would go out there. So describe this T-shirt I'm wearing here.
I mean, it is as tie-dye as it gets, old school tie-dye, and then you got a picture in the middle of an old school Bill Walton that says, "Where's Walton? Love it live." And then on the back, it's got the NBA playoffs, 2002, with all the teams in the NBA playoffs.
And he was going from team to team to team to team, or playoff round all the way through. And so I was telling them all of that, and I was like, man, I've got such a long history of the late, great Bill Walton, but I used to hate him when I was a little kid. Because when I was a little kid, I grew up in Memphis, and he played for UCLA, and Memphis was the Cinderella team, went to the Final Four, went to the championship game, and Bill Walton scored like 42 points and knocked us out. He was
a dog.
He was a dog. And then he goes to Portland and turns into a hippie.
Yeah.
And then he played. So when I started covering the NBA, he's playing for the Celtics.
I was going to say, yeah.
And that's when I became a better acquainted with him. Yeah. And we started seeing each other at a lot of different things at those finals and stuff. And then he had a great, funny personality, great guy. And then people would forget this, but he was doing Mavericks TV color commentating for one season.
Really?
It was like 1991. So he's flying in from San Diego. He lived in San Diego. He was in Southern California. So he's coming in from San Diego, and he's doing these Maverick games for one season. This is when he just retired. And he would tell people all the time, they only won one game while I was in the broadcast. Because that was when they were terrible.
Rough year.
Oh, the Mavericks were awful. The worst team of the 90s. And that particular year, I want to say they won 13 games maybe, or 11 games. Ooh. But he was only broadcasting like one victory. So anyway, I bring him up because I was also telling them that he gave me the shirt.
Okay.
It was like when he was covering one of the playoff games, he said, "Here you go, Chris. Have a shirt, man.
Yeah.
This is for you."
That shirt's 25 years old.
I know, isn't that something? So I was telling him the last time. Not the last time, but one of the last times I saw him, we were first of all we were covering the Michael Jordan The Last Dance, the last game in Utah. So Walton's there doing the NBC thing or the ESPN, wherever he's working, the national game, and not the game, but just corresponding or whatever. And so we both got out of our seats and we're standing in the tunnel area because we knew, okay, when this game's over with, we're going to go to the locker room.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing next to him when Jordan hits that shot to win the game. And we just looked at it. He said, "Can you believe it?" So I was like, and I said, "What's that got to do with Spider-Man?" Well, but also at that game, and I know I'm going to the locker room. And by the way, this is in The Last Dance, the movie.
Yeah.
Or the documentary, the NBA, the Jordan Poole's documentary. I'm standing, no, turn it off. I'll call for it. Give me the CS Stories music, not the movie buzz. Follow me. Don't jump the gun. Gavin's trying to mix music underneath me. Where I was going with this, I know I'm going to the locker room because I've been covering the NBA Finals for like 19 years. Right. And I know Brian McIntyre, the director of PR, who's always got on the rope at the door. And you got media from around the world. Everybody wants to go in the locker room. Yeah. I know I'm going in. So I'm looking behind me to see who's there trying to get in. And by the way, they have a little press conference, but I want to be in the locker room for the last time. I look behind me, and it's Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio. You've heard me tell the story before, haven't you?
I don't think I've heard this story.
Oh,
no, I haven't heard. No, I have not heard this story.
I'm standing behind me. There's all these media guys, And Bill Walton's like, he run around getting ready to do his little stand-up thing. And Leo and Toby are there. And I said, and they're wearing hoodies and looking. Right. I said, hey, Leo, Toby, what are you guys doing here? And they're, we're in between films, and a friend had G6, and we just came on up and watched the last game from Michael Jordan. I said, you want to go to the locker room? You can get us in? Yeah, I can get you in. Follow me. So I go up to the front. We squeeze through the front. I said, Brian, I got Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire with me. He said, oh, yeah, right. Come on, Chris, you guys come on in. So we go in there. And, you champagne popping, everybody. So if you watch The Last Dance, you will see, they'll say, and in the locker room, even Leonardo DiCaprio was there. Well, I'm watching The Last Dance. This is years later. I'm watching The Last Dance, and I'm not expecting them to, Chris, I'm in The Last Dance in a different kind of scene.
Right.
But I'm like, how do they leave out Tobey Maguire? They said Leonardo DiCaprio. Spider-Man's in there, too. Man. I'm like, how you leave out Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
So the crazy part about this story is, years later, Tobey Maguire, by the way, before we get out of the locker room, I got to go to the other locker room.
Yeah, you guys got to do work.
Right. So I'm interviewing the players.
Right.
And and Leo comes to me. He goes, man, I owe you. This is bucket list. I owe you, man. I owe you one. I said, cool. And I'm like, okay, he owes me one.
Nothing wrong with L.A.
Exactly. One of these days, I don't know what it is, but he owes me. And so years later, how come Tobey Maguire comes to Dallas to a Mavericks game? He's in town. He likes to play poker. They're big poker players. Of course. And one of the big poker players, Andy Beal. He's a billionaire, and he's Beal Bank, and he likes to play poker. So here's what's so funny. He's in town. He's sitting down in Andy Beal's seats, and I was like, Toby's at the game. At the third quarter, I had some time. He's still in Toby. Andy Beal's got a suite down there. He's not on the floor level. He's got a suite opposite Mark Cuban's suite. So I go into Andy, and I know Andy. So I go in there, and Toby's still in there, of course. And I said, Toby. And I'm not expecting him to know me. It's like, you don't remember.
Yeah.
I'll never do.
Right.
So I said, Toby, The Last Dance, the Utah Jazz, Michael, you're the one that got us in. Yeah. I said, yes, that would be me. He said, Leo owes you. I said, he said he owes me. He said, he's good for that. I said, I haven't seen him, but he goes, trust me. That made we just bucket list.
Oh, 100%.
So me and Toby took some pictures and stuff, and we talked about it, and then that was it. So, like I said, the Spider-Man movie's out this week. So you have a question for me?
No, because go ahead, keep talking. Because I just saw where Tobey Maguire made the most money he's ever made from playing poker. Is it with that dude?
Maybe and maybe not.
Okay.
Because they had a Hollywood poker thing too.
No, he said he won it from playing with a billionaire.
Yeah, that sounds like Andy.
Okay.
Probably Andy.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
They're always playing these poker games. So anyway, the movie comes out this weekend, and all I can think about is everybody's got a favorite Spider-Man. You got Tom Holland. You've got, and by the way, now you can hit the movie buzz, because movie watching is a sport. When it comes to movies, this is the show. You can turn it up real loud. There we go. So I saw the movie last night.
Yes.
I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm not going to tell you the details.
Right.
But there's different Spider-Mans over the years that people love. There's 3 of them. You already know who they are.
You got Toby, right?
You got Toby. You've got
Tom Holland,
and you got Andrew Garfield. And everybody's got different reasons why they like each of them. Well, at one point, the last Spider-Man, all 3 of them in the movie.
I was going to say, that's what I've seen.
Other, right? Okay. In this one, this is Tom Holland's movie, and Zendaya's in there. In fact, ironically, Zendaya's, Tom Holland, and John Bernthal, who are in the Spider-Man movie, they're in the Odyssey too.
I was going to say, aren't they in the Odyssey? Yeah.
They got 2 big movies out at the same time. As far as the Spider-Man movie is concerned, Brand New Day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything about this movie at all.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. It was just absolute great.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolute greatness. Gavin saw it as well. And I'm going to say this. If you're under the age of 12, you might not like it as much.
Okay.
And because it's actually profound. The part of this movie might make you cry.
Oh.
It's really, really good. It's not the cookie cutter cliche Marvel comic.
Really?
It's really, really good. And you can tell on the screen that Tom Holland and Zendaya, they're married.
Do you have to follow the movies to be able to go watch it?
The only thing you need to know. That's why I'm glad you asked me.
Okay.
This is the only thing I'm saying. This is not a spoiler because this has nothing to.
So guys like me.
Yeah. The last thing that happened in the last movie was to remind everybody, to refresh your memory when you go to this movie today or this run, because it's really, really good. And by the way, Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 90, the audience gave it a 98.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
Okay.
The only thing you need to know going into it is in the last Spider-Man, he made it so that MJ and Ned, Zendaya's and Jacob Batalon, his best friends, completely forgot about him.
Oh.
They don't remember him at all.
Okay.
And this picks it up from there. And when you watch this movie, you're just like, wow. And it's stunning. It's got he's swinging all over New York, swinging on the webs all over New York.
Right.
It's just really well written.
Okay.
And there's other people in this movie that go, wow. You go, wow.
So it's not just a superhero movie. More
than that. It's way more than that. So, again, I'm not going to tell you anything about it other than you better not leave during the credits.
Oh?
You got to wait till there's always an Easter egg.
Okay.
Always, and that's your movie buzz, and that's your TV Stories Confidential.
2 for 1, ladies and gentlemen. A 2 for 1 on your Sunday. All right, 2 segments left. We'll get you ready for Rangers baseball. Don't go anywhere. This is 105 The Fan.
The more time you give, the more our crush grows. Together we continue to build something special. Keep turning it on and leaving it on 105.3 The Fan and the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait, only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Choppy here, my good friends over at Blue Chew. Listen, boys and girls, you want to go from average to savage. You're sick of giving her the weak stuff. She is sick of the weak stuff. You're not in your 20s anymore. The relationship is 10, 15 years old. All right, you love it, but it's just not the same. That's totally normal. Blue Chew improves blood flow. Blue Chew Gold is a 4-in-1 upgrade, targets your body and your brain. Most blue pills just focus on the blood flow. Blue Chew Gold goes further, enhances arousal, desire, connection, total performance, physical and mental. You go from average to savage. It dissolves right under your tongue, starts working in as little as 15 minutes. You can turbocharge your love life with Blue Chew Gold. Ladies, tell your man, BlueChew.com, promo code RJ. Make him that trophy husband again. BlueChew.com, promo code RJ. 10% off your first month. With the promo code RJ, you get your confidence back. Hey, you little fella, feeling big again.
At Idea Public Schools, students are prepared not just for graduation, but for what comes next. Because when students are challenged and supported, bright futures follow. Bright futures begin at Idea Public Schools. Learn more at ideapublicschools.org.
Sponsored by Idea Public Schools.
Hi, it's Michaela, and it's always game time at Boomer Jacks. Now, there are 2 more great reasons to love us. Enjoy $2 domestics and $3 Dos Equis each day until 2 a.m. Find your location in DFW at boomerjacks.com and raise your game.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples. That was easy. Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Attention
Attention Fort Worth. Luxor Staffing is hiring hundreds of positions for a major new electronics manufacturer in the Alliance area, including roles for those with basic computer component knowledge, plus packing, loading, warehousing, and more. And the opportunity doesn't stop in Alliance. Luxor Staffing has hundreds of openings across the DFW Metroplex, so your next career move may be closer than you think. Weekly pay, great benefits, and start as soon as tomorrow. Visit LuxorStaffing.com today. That's LuxorStaffing.com.
It's a baseball weekend on 105.3 The Fan, presented by K-Post Roofing.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. krld-fm and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
An Odyssey sports station.
Driven by our D&M Leasing Studios. Thanks for turning it on, leaving it on. 105.3 The Fan.
Woo-wee. Final 2 segments, because I would say an hour, but it's actually not an hour. We're only here for another 15, 20 minutes, and then we will hand things off to the Texas Rangers broadcast team as it is a huge, huge game today. And, of course, let's not get too hyperbolic about it, but you need to win. You need to win today. At the very least, you need to get off the schneid that you're on right now. You've lost 4 straight games. You lost 2 to the Tampa Bay Rays. You lose 2 to the Astros. You're 3 for 28 with runners in scoring position, which just tells you that this team just cannot find a way to get timely hits. And, I go back to something that we've said, really throughout the course of the year, CA, is that, last year it just felt like this offense could just never get off the mat. It just, it didn't matter, right? It was always, if the pitching staff gave up 2 runs, you just thought, well, this is not going to be our night tonight. This year's team, the offense to me is decidedly better than it was a year ago, right? You're getting timelier hitting. The problem is, and you could argue it's even more frustrating, is that, you get guys in runners in scoring position, and then you just can't bring them home.
Can't bring them home, and it's a variety of reasons. Number one reason, Jared was talking about this back in May, this is not built, the team's not built the way Skip manufactures runs. When he was manager of the year in Florida, he had guys that could run the base passes. We don't have those guys this year. And the other part about
it, a handful of guys, but you've had to piecemeal it together.
Piecemeal it. So the other part about it is the health of the team, and I've said it a number of times.
Yeah.
The bats are not healthy. Josh Young is out
that
right
number
now.
You threw out during the Hicksy conversation that kind of blew my mind. I hadn't even thought about it. The Seager and Wyatt Langford stat.
Yeah, here's the deal. The Rangers have played 111 games already this season. 50 more to go. Right, 50-something. In that time period, Wyatt Langford and Corey Seager have only played 27 games together. 27. These are your top 2 bats.
Yeah.
And this because of various injuries and the timeliness of those injuries. And ironically, it was Josh Young who was healthier. And Josh Young was the guy who was always hurt for some reason. Not this year until now. And so, as Hicksy was talking about it about an hour ago, in all seriousness, or not even an hour ago, it was half an hour. Yeah, it was an hour ago. In all seriousness, if Josh Young had been available last night, maybe 5-4 loss is or 6-5 loss is a different story. All I can say is it's just the way it is. Now I'm going to tell you what's frustrating for Ranger fans, and it's 162 games, and I've said it before. The American League sucks this year. It would be different, and the Rangers, by the way, are 1 game below 500. So they're mediocre. They're very, very average. You brought up the stats before. What's hard for Ranger fans and people covering the Rangers is they're so mediocre, you just want them out of their misery. But guess what? The American League won't let them. The West sucks. So guess what? You're only a game and a half out of first. And it doesn't mean that you've lost your chances. And so you can't all you can do is play it out. All you can do is play it out and hope that they can string together some. Because again, look at the Astros. Astros early June, they sucked. And all of a sudden, they've won 10 out of 11 games. The Rangers were the best team in the month of June. The Boston Celtics in July had their best record in franchise history after they won 16 in a row. This season in baseball is bizarre.
No, it really is. Rangers, like you said, the Rangers are half game out in the wild card spot behind the Cleveland Guardians right now. Now, just reading up on the latest intel, just kind of skimming over to see if they had anything mentioned about the Rangers. I haven't seen anything, although allegedly they're saying that the Mariners are listening to offers on Randy Arozarena.
Interesting, because their season isn't going the way they expected. But
it's
still, it doesn't
not.
make any sense.
But you're right. But he's also a free agent to be too.
That's right.
Right. So it's one of those deals where they're thinking to themselves, "We're probably not going to." I mean, look, if they're listening to offers on him, they're probably letting him go. Right. Or at the very least, they're miles apart on a deal. So it's one of those things where, all right, we feel good enough to where we're 4 games under 500. Yes, we're still in striking distance, as you alluded to the AL West or to a playoff spot. Mm-hmm. But if Randy Arozarena doesn't fit into our long-term plans, we can go ahead and get a prospect or two for him. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about baseball that's always, it makes the trade deadline interesting from that regard because, when you hear trades in the NBA and the NFL, we kind of know who at least being traded.
Right, yeah.
Or we understand it from a draft perspective.
Right.
If I tell you, hey, from an NFL perspective, if I tell you I'm getting a guy for a third-round pick,
right.
I know what I'm getting.
Right.
I don't, you hear you get some of these prospects, and we were talking about this before the show, kind of resetting the conversation for Tariq Skubal is, these guys, nobody, they're not even their best prospects, and so you got to do kind of a deep dive. Apparently, what's his name, Rain River? They're saying he's got kind of an interesting story, but he's 27 years old. He's had kind of this, very circuitous route to the major leagues. So he's a guy that has, quote unquote, all-star potential, but he's also 27 years old.
So listen to this. You mentioned Skubal because we talked about the start of the show. For you total and
Yeah.
Go straight to the Dodgers. They didn't get back. Detroit didn't get back close to what he's worth. I mean, it really, because he's back-to-back Cy Young. And the rich get richer. Dodgers are now 41% favorites to win the World Series for the third time in a row.
Seriously.
I was telling you off the air, I saw this story that said this is exactly what the owners want. It hands the owners the closing exhibit timed 4 months before the negotiation begins. Next year, they're going to lock out the players because they want to be able to say, we want a salary cap.
Yes.
And guess what? Look at the Dodgers. That's what they want to be able to say to win their argument. So there's all these other teams. Yeah, they go, well, yeah, the Dodgers good. But the owners are like, that's what we want to say to bolster our argument. And they said this has been, you could just see it coming. They haven't had this to deal with since 1994 when they had the lockout. Then the strike. Watch what happens. You think there's moves being made or not made because strictly baseball reasons? Look at what the owners really want to do. Just notice that.
So they now so Skubal was getting $32 million this year. The Dodgers will owe $9.5 to $9.8 million. They will incur a 110% surcharge on the overage because they are already in the highest tax tier, adding an extra $10.7 million. And so with that, adding him now adds $20.5 million to what they're going to have to pay at the end of the year.
And they can pay that. This to wrap up this argument. It said the Dodgers, as you mentioned before, they got a great farm system. They're trying to punish this team, the Dodgers, having the best organization in sports, better than the other 29 owners, and this is what they want, a demand and a system being changed. And it says, here's the deal. Small market owners do not want to outspend the Dodgers. They want cost certainty because cost certainty raises franchise values. And this roster is the best sales brochure a salary cap has ever had. Boom. And that's what the big picture is.
So now with everything factored in, you guys want to take a quick guess as to what the total number is going to look like when the season's over? Salary cap, or excuse me, not salary cap, luxury tax and salary all Dodgers? Rolled in together?
For the Dodgers?
What the bill's going to be at the end of the year?
Doesn't Shohei have a real weird deal?
Well, he's got a weird deal, right. So his won't be crazy, but just when you factor in the salary, the whole thing.
$500 million?
Okay.
Gavin?
Let's go 425.
425.
Trevor?
327.
327. Jet?
I'll go right in the middle of those, like 350.
Okay. The Dodgers, this is from Spotrac. Who said 425? Was that
Gavin?
Was that Gmo? The Dodgers now project toward a $430 million luxury tax payroll for 2026, which would lead to a $180 million tax bill at season's end.
$180 million over the cap.
Mm.
See?
So I'm with you. You and I were actually, because I misunderstood what you were saying when we were talking about before the season or before the show started. This is exactly what the owners want.
Oh, this is exactly what they want. They're not going to try to squash that deal at all. They say, yeah,
go ahead,
good job, take him.
Go ahead, we're here for it. All right, final segment of the show coming up next. We'll give you the starting lineup and we'll give you our predictions. Don't go anywhere. This is 105 Through the Fan.
You know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
105.3 The Fan presents a celebration of DFW hockey on Tuesday evening, August 11th at Boomer Jacks, Fairview Allen off East Stacy Road. The on-time experts will be giving away Stars tickets with other amazing hockey giveaways all night. We'll do a live edition of Spits and Suds with our panel, Leah Simakopoulos of the Dallas Morning News, Robert Tiffin of NHL.com and Stars Thoughts, Sean Shapiro of D Magazine, Stephen Meserve of 100 Degree Hockey. The best part, it's a free party with special guests. It all kicks off at 6. We'll see you August 11th at Boomer Jacks, Fairview Allen, as we celebrate hockey with the Fan.
For an experience above all the rest, call K-Post Roofing. You'll be impressed when safety, quality, and value matter most. You can trust K-Post.
Nick again with K-Post. Our expert team delivers top-tier roofing, waterproofing, and solar solutions. That's the K-Post experience. Schedule your free no-obligation inspection today at kpostcompany.com.
Protecting your family. K-Post.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-809-5833. 800-809-5833. 800-809-5833.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, Tolos. AMCO has been fixing transmissions for over 60 years. From routine maintenance and brakes to transmissions and everything in between, AMCO is the place for all your car care needs. With 9 locally owned and operated centers serving Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Plano, Denton, Carrollton, and Euless. Check out DFWAMCO.com and ask about AMCO's easy payment plan options. That's AA MCO. Transmissions, and a whole lot more.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid...
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Hey, Tolos, RJ Chaba here, my good friends over at QC Kinetics. You know, when your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. Do your homework. Remember, once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. Get it done without surgery, without steroids, without downtime. A second opinion from QC Kinetics. So whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics. I've done it myself. Back in 2021, right elbow, right shoulder, left elbow, left shoulder pain. It got to the point I could barely grip a water bottle, doing any kind of outdoor activity, baseball, golf, working out, hanging with the kids, doing whatever, right? Getting dressed was a pain. QC Kinetics. No drugs, no steroids, no surgery, no downtime. I was healed within 2 sessions. 972-972-8610. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Grapevine, QC Kinetics. 972-972-8610.
This segment of The Fan is brought to you by the personal injury lawyers Frankel & Frankel. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first, 214 or 817-333-3333. With Frankel & Frankel, there is never an out-of-pocket cost, and they only get paid when you win. Frankel & Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Great show from our boy Gavin Moritz. Good stuff from him, doing a lot of the heavy lifting today. So shout out to him. Let's get right into this. We've got Rangers baseball going on today. Lineup is as follows: Jock Peterson leading things off. He'll be DHing today. You've got Wyatt Langford in left, second. Seager at short. He's third. We've got Nimmo.
Nimmo? Yeah.
Yeah, Nimmo's going to be batting cleanup. Berger, he's back. He's going to be batting fifth. Your boy Evan Carter's going to be batting sixth. Duran seventh. Diaz eighth. And Cam Cauley at second base will be batting ninth. And, of course, my guy, the one and only Mr. Kumar Rocker, will be doing the damn thing over there at...
He's on a roll, looking for 3 in a row.
That's it. So we're excited about it, and you should be too. All right, let's get right down to it. Let's get some predictions in here. I'll kick things off. I got the Rangers winning 4-2 today. Big win. You need to get off the schneid. You've got a 3-game set coming up with the San Francisco Giants, who have not been a very good baseball team this year. That's a series you absolutely should win, and for as topsy-turvy this year's been, you win today. You take the series against the Giants this upcoming week at home, and suddenly, you're right there back a game or two above 500, and everything seems right in the world. And of course, you go make some moves tomorrow, and suddenly this team's back on the winning side of things again. Jet Nelson, who's in the mix, who's doing Rangers games with you today for Master Control?
It'll be the Khaki Kevin Walker.
Who also went and saw the Spider-Man movie yesterday. Did. Okay, so we'll get his full breakdown, and his fiance. We'll get the full breakdown from him on Wednesday. All right, prediction.
Let's go 2-1. Rangers win.
Oh.
And Rocker gets 7 strikeouts over his 6 2/3 innings.
I'll tell you what, spoken like a
7 Ks.
Spoken like a true prodigy, if I do say so myself.
By the way, he had 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, he did.
In his last start.
No, he's been balling his last 2 starts. All right, so 2-1. Mind you, the last Sunday when we did our predictions, we all picked the Rangers to win, and we were all wrong. Okay, 2-1 Texas. I say 4-2. We both have Rocker going at least 6 innings. We both have him striking out 7. All right, Gmo.
I'm going to say Kumar Rocker gets through at least 5. He's got 5 Ks. Rangers win 5-3, and Fred gets inked.
That's it. Ooh. That's it. I love where your head's at. 5-3. Trap House Trevor.
All right, Fred. You have done these bets every single time, and guess what? Do you have any ink, any Dallas ink or Texas ink or anything like that? Do you have any of that? Do you have any of that?
Yeah, I do.
No, from Texas though. From these bets, do you get any Dallas ink
Texas
yet?
Rangers?
No Dallas yet.
No, exactly. So I think that's the problem here. The Rangers are going to lose 8-3 today because of you. We're going to give up 6 in the first inning because Kumar Rocker can't figure it out.
I love the way you set that up.
You know what I'm saying?
I love the way
you have a problem. We need to swap this around. We need to do something. Figure it out. And then I'm going to give a crazy wild
word choice by you.
I think Luis Arraez gets traded to the Rangers during the game.
Oh man, that would almost be tattoo worthy right there. All right, so I like the extra little incentive there. So Rangers lose today, but get Luis Arraez tomorrow. That would almost be worth it. That would almost be worth it. So all right, so 8-3 Houston wins today. That's your prediction. Chris Arnold.
I see a Ranger win. His final score is going to be 4-2.
Okay, you and I are both
in this game. We got a burger bomb. Jake Burger's going to go yard. But also interesting about this game, Kamar Rocker's not going to go 5 innings because he's going to plunk Jordan. And a big fight's going to break out because the Rangers are so mad that they're not in first place. The fight's going to break out, and he's going to get taken out again, kicked out.
I love it.
But it's going to fire him up, and they're going to go roll.
They're going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. You've got a burger bomb. I'm going with the Zeke bomb. I think Zeke Duran hits a home run today as well. He hits a shot. All right, so I got Zeke Duran hitting a home run. All right, so CA and I both have the Rangers winning today 4-2. Jet Nelson has the Rangers winning 2-1. Gavin G3 has Texas winning 5-3. With our boy Kamar going 5 innings, and Trap House Trevor with a 2-pronged prediction approach today has the Astros winning 8-3. However, he's blaming it and me taking the blame for said loss, which, you know what, I'm okay with that. But Luis Arias becoming a Texas Ranger tomorrow by the deadline. So how about that? All right, now, that being said, be sure to follow 105 Through the Fan if you're not following it already on the socials. We've got KNC will be back in studio all this week, but we've got the morning show, Sean, RJ, and Bobby Belt. They are en route to Oxnard right now. In fact, if you haven't been following them on the socials, RJ and Sean are both sitting in first class. Both sitting in first class. There's a video out already.
Where's G-Bag?
They're in coach. In coach,
of
yes. In coach, and they shot it on what looked like a Nokia bar phone. That's how bad the grainy video was.
Choppy has a hookup.
He's clearly got something.
He's got the
he was already a cocktail deep.
I believe it.
He was already had a cocktail.
He's got the hookup for the rent-a-car, all of that.
I mean, it's RJ Choppy. So, but no, you had if you go check out the video, it's Sean basically taunting Eric Chiafalo, saying that it's saying that it was chilly in first class and that their seats, they were a little wobbly, but good luck to all of them.
Tim Collins is on that flight too.
I'm sure. Tim Collins, man, I got to tell him. I got to shoot him an email anyway because I got to miss a couple days next week. Anyway, great stuff as always. Big ups to Clarence Hill. Big ups to Matt Hicks. Also, we got Khaki Kevin in the mix. We've got Jet Nelson. So make sure you stick it right here on 105 Through the Fan for Gavin, for Trap House Trevor, and for the one, the only, the 3-time Hall of Famer Chris Arnold. I'm Fred Davis. Good night. God bless. Go Rangers.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together. Not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.